And we are live.
Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome to Castle Dracula. Exactly like that. Alright, let me grab my live stream. Send it over to Brant so he can tell the whole world to join us. Posted. Yeah, Bruce Garrick and crew did a really nice job doing Empire of the Sun on Vassal this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I haven't seen, because YouTube, when it originally broadcasts, only gives you like 2 hours of it,
Yeah.
and this one that can't be just 2 hours. There's no way.
No, not Empire of the Sun, it couldn't. Well, unless they, just stopped after 2 hours to start doing something else later.
And there's that link. And
What's this,
Be right with you. I'm just sending out links real quick.
Okay.
Very shortly. Last one is to Brant.
I may have found another locked item that was sitting around on the board.
I did a lot of experimenting with this. Alright. And that's closed, and that's fine. And that's that. And now I'm coming back in to see what'd you find?
Oh, okay. It's, here.
Okay, let me turn off the impediment here. Over here? Oh dear. Did you get sadly locked? Come here.
I think he did.
Come here, young man. You don't have to be there. There you go. All right, everyone. Well, welcome and good evening. This is Sharp Practice by Two Fat Lardies. I'm Cyrano, and over there is Saberman. Goes by any number of names, just I guess like I do. And this is a stumble through, as we say in the theater, because I haven't played this in a long time, and it was certainly not in this edition. I suppose I should have asked, Jason, you want to be French or you want to be British?
That's a good question. I have no preference inherently. What are the abilities?
Well,
are they equivalent?
They're very close. I would say the biggest difference is if you take a look down here at your British fellers, you've got the one thing they've got that the French don't is these lads right here, these first foot guards. They've got a guard unit, which is they're guards, right? And they also, instead of the guards, the basic premise of this scenario, and this is the first scenario for Sharp Practice 2, is that you get a base force. This is the Peninsular War Force, which comprises 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups. You can see them there, of these regular foot, these 88th Connaught Rangers.
Okay.
This one group of 8 first foot guards. And then this one group of 6 skirmishers, the 52nd Oxfordshire Lights. So your support element, the one that you get, is this group of foot guards, these 8 fellers. Over here, the French, they get more regulars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups of the 8th Regiment of the Line, and they get 2 units of lights, of true skirmishing lights. But they don't get any of those guards. And the other thing is, in terms of leadership, this is a leadership game. Things activate, things go on leaders. And so you've got Captain Gregoire Depardieu. He's a leader. You'll notice he's got a status 3.
Right.
They've also got a leader status 2, a leader status 2, and a leader status 1. That's not very good, as you might well imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Over here, they've got it a little bit more balanced. They get Arthur Funn, a relative of the man who fought in the Zulu Wars. He's a 3. They also get Chapman, who's a 3. And they get Desmond, who's a 2. So they get slightly better leaders, but it is pretty slight. So it's this is a closely set group. In this scenario, neither is the attacker or the defender. The premise of the scenario is kill the other guy, drive him off the map.
A meeting engagement? Or?
It is very much that.
So they're both marching onto the map from different areas.
Correct. And one of the cool things about this game is the way that uses these. You see these little chits, these deployment points. I'll explain what those are for as we get in, but that's where we're going to deploy.
Okay. We've got a force morale here.
Yeah,
morale is 8.
We have to set that. That's set before the start of the game. That's just this.
Oh, that's just sitting there.
We're gonna roll for that.
I was going to ask, does this need to be out on the field or should it be off to the side?
What's that? I'm sorry.
The dice roller.
It can be either. I mean, it's any place you can. It's like always. I just happen to have. I put mine over here. I put one over here in this big, nice, open brown space.
Yeah, I just didn't know if I was taking up room, having it here, being on the field.
Yeah,
okay.
No, we'll also get a better sense of it once we figure out where our guys are coming on the map. We don't know that yet.
Okay. I suppose it will be handier since I happen to have spawned in over here. That maybe I should take the British just for sake of locale.
All right.
So
let me swing over here then, because I happen to be over here with the French.
Okay.
All right, so the first thing we have to do, and by the way, you have a complete set of these over here to your left. And I've got a complete set over here to my left. This is a very nicely done third-party rule summary sheet that covers just about everything that can happen in the game. We're going to start right up here at the very top under force morale modifiers.
Okay.
We are not more than half militia. We are. You have to move your red hand because there you go.
Oh, my bad. Yep. I'll put it over here in the corner. I was looking at it with the control key.
Got it. We are indeed more than half regular, so we're both going to get +2s, and we are not elite or clan, so we're at a +1. And as you can see, we're going to roll over 0. So if it's a 1 or a 2, we have a force of 9, 3 or 4 of 10, 5 plus 11. And that's a 1d6.
Okay.
So I'll roll my 1d6 here. I've got a 3 with my +1. So that tells me I've got a force morale of 10. What do you get? Oh, very nice. That's a force morale of 11, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
Well, what did you roll?
6.
Yeah.
It was a 6.
So you get a force morale of 11. All right. Well, the next thing we're going to do is go over very briefly our troop types. And we can see them over here. We've mostly got line. That's our regular troops. But we each have at least one small unit of skirmishers. Now, this is a skirmish game. The game thinks in terms, much like the Men Who Would Be Kings, it thinks in terms of groups. Each of these group of 8 is a group. And they are commanded by whoever you're allowed to have them. The command structure is flexible.
I was about to ask,
in terms of this is the way they're set up, but you're allowed to shift these guys about just so long as you might well imagine, Captain Gregoire Depardieu is senior to these 3 lieutenants.
Yeah.
All right. Waiting around, though, an individual can always be attached to a group. When, however, that group is joined together to another group, and you may bring them on the map that way, they form what is called a formation. And that formation is then allowed to move on the commander's order. You can connect as many of these groups as you care to into one long chain. They can form a variety of formations. For example, this is close column. This here is line. There's also open column, which has advantages at firing time. But the point is that all these things can be commanded by a single commander, just like this. He, because of his ability, is commanding this formation. You can make formations bigger or smaller. We'll see those orders as we get a little further down. But the key is the game thinks in terms of these groupings. And you'll be allowed to set them up as pretty much any way that you like.
In principle, not in practice necessarily, but in principle, Colonel Gregoire Depardieu here has got a leader status of 3. And he's bringing everybody on. He might bring everybody onto the map, or they all start technically under his command with the leadership of 3, but you want to detach some of them to go off and do here and go off and do there, and that's what the officers are for.
Exactly. And the other thing is, this is going to be governed by a series of chip draws. He's only got 1 chip.
Oh, okay.
And so you don't want him being the only guy giving orders. You know, that's why these other 3 chaps.
The chip draw then represents the what's the word I'm looking for? It's sort of the inertia for one guy. If one guy is trying to give orders to everybody, he's running around and trying to give orders to everybody instead of telling 3 guys go do this, and then they go off and do it, and it happens faster.
Exactly.
So
Brent wants to know who's winning. Right now, we are, because we're both learning more about chart practice, and that's and that's a cool and fun thing to do. So we're gonna say that those things are groups, and as I said, the magic bag, is all the way over here. I'm actually gonna make it a little bit bigger just so it stands out. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna randomize it every turn, and we're gonna pull a chip out of it. And if you see that chip, that's a blue flag. That is a command chip. We're going to be able to do some special things with that. And so that's going to be saved. I would save that. We pull out the next chip. And we find out it's a 3. Each commander has a number. So I go and I look for my blue 3. And I would see that that is Lieutenant Hervé Poirot. You can see he's got that 3 right after him. That would allow me to deploy Hervé out on the battlefield or otherwise order him. Let's take a look at the orders sheet. And this is, again, one of these little things in our command form.
I have a procedural question here real fast. You said each of these has a number, but they do not. The Hercule Clouseau here does not have a number in parentheses. Dupain is 4. Poirot is 3. You have Clouseau, he's nothing.
And Depardieu is 1. I know that.
Naturally, okay.
So we got so that was
by deduction. Then he's 1 2. Okay, so he's 2.
He's better, and I have now fixed him. Thank you for that.
Okay. I think there's a similar problem over here, if I remember.
I thought it was. Nope. Chapman's a 4. Desmond's a 3. Where'd your 2 go?
Missing a 2. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm missing the 2. There's only 3 officers.
Aha. Well, that's completely unacceptable.
Cloned.
Rename him. No. Science. All right, and let me check what status he's supposed to have. A little scandalized we didn't have that all set up. He should properly... All right, so you're only supposed to have 3. How many am I supposed to have?
Well, you have 3 and a captain.
Right, no, that's what I'm saying. You're only supposed to have a total of 3.
And I've got 3 and a captain now.
Yeah, you get 3, I get 4. That's what I thought. I get a 3.
Oh.
I get 3 2 2s and a 1. And you get...
You mean for leader status?
Yes.
Okay.
And you get a 3, a 2, and a 1. So what we have to instead do is make sure, do you have a 3, a 2, and a 1? You should have. Yep.
Status 2. Status 2.
All right, so he's right, he's gone. And he needs to be set. I will leave to you eventually to determine who gets stuck with the 1.
Okay, okay.
So he's a 3.
So I actually do only have 3 commanders.
Yep. I have to fix
Okay.
that.
That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So I have a captain and 2 lieutenants.
Correct.
Okay.
Which means I have to feed out the 4 in there. 3, 4, good. All right. So then, when we draw the chip for the appropriate leader, and again, they managed to keep these things pretty much in order of play, you'll see this table 2 over here, which is command initiative. A leader of status 1 is allowed to do one thing, one initiative. He has a command range of 4 inches. Status 2 has 2 and a range of 6. A status 3 has an initiative of 3 and a range of 9. Nobody here has a range of 4. And so we do all the things. Okay. So then, once we've drawn the chip, the first thing we're going to do in this battle, though, is we need to determine our deployment points. In this simple scenario, you have to imagine the battle divided first in half, and then into 3 sections, left, center, and right. And for you, it's obviously opposite from me. You're going to roll 1d6, 1, 2 is left, 3, 4 is center, 5, 6 is right.
Okay. Oops.
So I'm over on the right.
Let's lock that down so I don't do that again.
All right.
There it goes. Okay. I've got a 4, so that's 1, 2. I'm in the middle.
All right. And what you're going to do here is you've got and you're going to lock it in place once it's there, because I can see it moving around a whole lot. What you're going to do is you're going to take that deployment point, and this is where you're coming in. This is your line of command.
Aye.
And you're going to move that piece. If you can imagine the spot that would be dead center of that sector.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're amongst gentlemen here, so, it's here-ish. Your deployment point is going to be 6 inches from that spot. All your men are going to be able to deploy a further 6 inches at least from your deployment point. But this is the spot you're going to want to defend it. You're going to want to make sure it doesn't fall into my hands. But it's also the way I'm going to come onto the battlefield. That you're going to come onto the battlefield, I should say.
Mm.
So I'm going to take mine, and I know that dead center is probably right about there. And we'll do this drill. How far can I get? I'll put mine right there.
Before I make that decision, I would want to know more about terrain effects, I think.
Sure.
Fixing a cough. It'll be off in a minute. Okay. So,
Sure.
if I could put the spawn point, so to speak, here in the crop field, then I have options within, assuming I can even get that far. Let's see. Probably can't. That's 14 inches. You said there's a 6-inch off the medium to start with?
Correct.
So I can put it within this 6-inch radius here, more or less, then from that point. So if I wanted to have the option of spawning into the crop field, I would take this, put it about 6 inches toward that, and then my guys have a option of spawning in within 6 inches of radius of this point, right?
Exactly.
Am I understanding that right?
That is
okay.
Correct.
So most of that's going to be open field. Some of it's going to be behind these trees, sort of at a distance, but I'd have the ability to just barely get them allow them to come on and pop into existence here in the field.
Mm-hmm.
Now, are there advantages to being in short terrain?
There are.
Okay.
That's where you come over here. First of all, let's talk about movement. That's broken ground.
Right.
So as you can see, you can't run. Formations and wheeled vehicles are slowed by 1 pip per die, and movement is by dice roll. And that's it for that. So it just slows you down a little bit. When you want to talk about firing, the effect that this is bad things happen. Fisticuffs. Still fisticuffs. Where's my shooting table? There it is. Is it? This is my shooting table. Firing adjustments. It actually comes to hit effects, and it affects whether you get, it's the cover that you're in. Those things form a light cover, which makes it less likely that, not less likely that I would hit you, but less likely that I will damage you. And you see that here on table 11.
Oh, you're there. Okay.
Yeah. And you'll see that I would usually shock you on a 4 or 5, or sorry, on a 3 to 5 if you're in the open. Now it's only a 4 to 5.
Okay.
So that's the effect of that.
This particular mission is not area control. We're trying to push each other off the
Correct.
off the map. Although I did notice that there is a end of chapter.
Yes.
Something. So
yeah, there is. What that is a tiffin. There is a chip in here. Oh, let me get it. Called tiffin. That ends the turn whenever it comes out. If it is ever the first chip drawn, it is said to be the end of a chapter. And certain rudimentary things happen. It does not end the game in any way.
Okay, that was going to be my next question. Is there a way? Is there a game-ending event before we get rid of each other off the board?
No, force morale is the issue.
Okay, so the game only ends when one side quits the field.
Correct.
Okay. Is there a point system in the sense of, yeah, I quit the field, but I gave you more casualties, I win?
No, it's you in this scenario, and it's a scenario-based game. This is purely about getting you. It doesn't matter how many casualties.
So it is, in a way, it is area control. It's just all the area.
Right.
Forcing them off the field.
100% area control. Absolutely.
100% area control. Got it.
So, and probably the most complex thing in the game is understanding how the units first come out and how they then deploy. And so when we're first drawing our chips, the first thing we're obviously going to be doing is deploying our guys. And you can see the deployment distances here in table 3 on this first chart. Line infantry, which is most of what we may be up to 6 inches from the deployment point, as I said. However, if you're out of line of sight of enemy troops, of any enemy troops and my deployment point, you can actually add another 6 inches.
Okay, and you have put your deployment point in such a way that I'm going to be out of line of sight of you and vice versa pretty easily.
I would think so.
Yeah.
I would definitely think so. But we'll have to check and see what you do, right? So there could be extra inches.
Well, right. If you've got a troop already out here by the church, then obviously I'm not going to be out of your line of sight.
Just so.
So, yeah. Okay. So, okay. All right. So one of the first things I would want to do in order to restrict your ability to line in would be to get line of sight on your spawn point, which will be easier for you to do than it will be for me to do to you.
Right. That's exactly right.
Okay.
So, what we're going to do, so let's start, because this is going to be about deploying, unless you had some other questions that you think would be...
No, go ahead.
So let's draw some chips and see what happens. I'll give him another one more.
Shuffle.
Good shuffle. Yeah. Why don't you take the first one out?
Oh.
All right. It's your unit 4.
How do we know it's my unit?
Sorry, it's my unit. It's blue.
Because it's blue. Yeah.
So this is... That is...
Okay. Do we keep this out, or do we put it back in the bag?
Keep it out.
Keep it out until the end of the turn or the chapter or whatever.
It's the end of the turn now, because chapter can't end now, because it's we've already drawn a chip. That's not Tiffin. So that is my number 4 is Arsène Dupin. Leader status 2.
Since I don't have a fourth officer, do I remove that chip out of there
Yeah,
before we start, or
I've already
what's the
done that.
okay? I was about to say, was that a blank when I draw it? Okay,
Yeah, no,
go.
it's already gone. What do I want to do? I'm going to bring our Sen on,
Okay.
and he's got to be within 6 inches. And if he comes on and he cannot see... Oh, have you placed yours?
Well, I
Yes,
placed
you
my
have.
dot. I thought
Yeah,
you said I was supposed to do
that's
so.
perfect. That's perfect. Yeah, I didn't know if you
Okay.
had. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to do that. I'm going to keep this... I have no idea exactly how this works, so I'm going to keep this blindingly simple.
Right. Here, I'll give you a line of sight so you can tell what's blocked. Basically, this is to my spawn point, so...
Perfect. So right now, out of the line of sight, I am placing our Sen right there. When he deploys, he can do other things, but he cannot move. It's the one thing you cannot do when you deploy.
So you can deploy and shoot if necessary for defense purposes, or you can deploy and change formation, I guess.
Right.
Although I don't know why you would do that.
But the idea is, check it out here. Here I am. I've marched onto the field, and I'll be a little bold, just a tiny bit bold, not much bold. There we go. And I am going to. Oh gosh, what status is he?
2.
Yeah, see, the problem is, this is my little bonus guys. And as a consequence, they don't have an immediate commander. I can give him this commander, but the problem is, the more guys you give a guy to command, the fewer guys he can actually command, if you know what I mean. There are a number of formations that do involve light troops. And just because I want to see how it works, I'm going to use this one. This one is called Skirmish Screen. One group, and note I say group, of skirmishers is allowed to protect up to 2 units of regular troops.
Does that depend on whether they're in column or whether they're
not.
line or something?
It's 1 to 2.
Aye.
And the way that this works is they have to sort of be arrayed in this loose order like this.
Of course, right.
And this treats them, because of the skirmish screen, this gives them a measure of cover, and these fellows can also fire. Obviously, these fellows can march through them. They can't shoot through them.
Okay.
Let me also talk about... And actually, they can shoot through them as a group, I believe. I need to look that up. But they can't when they're in a formation. Right now, they're in a formation, right? These guys in the front.
Yeah, they're in close column
with a skirmisher screen out front. If I were to move them, and because they're in a formation, their arc of fire is dead straight ahead with off their flanks. Like this.
because of that particular formation they're in.
Correct. If you form a line, it's the same thing. It's just you get more of it. Right?
I guess this is the time to talk about what type of formations are available. Are there oblique formations or
Sure. I mean, like I say, that's pretty. Let me get all of them here so we can go through them. That, as I said, is column. There is also close column, or open column, I should say.
Right, open column.
I will confess, I don't fully understand the point of open column, but let me read to you what it says. An open column is the width of one group, 2 ranks of infantry. It is ideally suited for rapid change from column into line, with the individual groups able to turn to the left in order to make the formation change.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. What they're doing, he's saying it turns it into a line at a 90 degree. It makes it easier if they're like that.
Oh, that's right. Okay, there it is. That's the part that didn't click into my head.
Yeah, that's that. Yep. You know, it doesn't make it easier to turn into a line going forward, but it makes it turn into a right turn angle degree.
Flank. That's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I understand that.
Okay, yeah, now I do. An attack column is 2 units wide and can be 2 units deep. Okay, so it's basically a 2x2. And that's only the front groups in that group may fire, but they are better in fisticuffs in melee.
Okay.
You can.
I don't understand why that's true, but all right.
Let's see here. Why does it say? The front groups in the attack column fight in fisticuffs, while the group in the second rank provides support.
Okay.
Additional groups in the formation not fighting.
Probably with bayonets. Okay, probably with bayonets. The second group is firing.
Stabbing.
Okay, it's stabbing from a range. All right.
You may form square. I don't know why you do that. We don't have any cavalry in this.
We don't have any cav.
Creature.
Right. I guess it would help for if you were surrounded by enemies, you would at least have firing arcs. Seems like other formations would be better. Okay.
All right. So I have, and those are the formation, and of course line, which we already talked about. So those are the formations.
Are there double lines?
There are not.
Okay.
There are not. 2-rank line is the standard. So these 8s just form into, the other line out.
Aye.
And that's pretty much it. So, care to pull another chip?
Mm-hmm. One.
One. All right, that's my big dog.
Yeah.
Grégoire Depardieu. All right. All right, I'm going to do it. And now I really regret what I did, but what am I going to do? I'm fairly confident that this is... No. Like so, gentlemen. Thank you.
Well, I guess you could, since it's impossible for anybody, since I don't have anybody on my side, it's impossible for me to have line on your spawn point. You could move those up like 12 inches, right?
Yep.
That's the advantage to coming in early.
Yep. Well, like I say, I've got LOS. This guy has LOS on your spawn point.
Well, he does now, right?
Yeah.
He has LOS on my spawn point, but I'm saying that since I don't have anybody that could even possibly have LOS on your spawn point, you could move him around as you wanted to within as people come in until I get here.
Right.
And now that he's got LOS on my spawn point, I'm locked. I'm limited to what I can bring.
That was the part I was thinking of.
Yeah. I understand.
Yeah, that's the.
For those watching at home, here's the line from my spawn point.
There we go.
I keep calling it spawn point.
No, that's fine. That's what it is.
I don't know what the technical term is.
It's a deployment point.
Okay, deployment point. My depot point.
Yeah.
Depot.
And he's the commander. So he's got to be attached to the guys he's bringing out.
You said the depot point has to be protected. Can it be destroyed, or if somebody's standing on it?
By so much as touching it, it goes to the other side. And that causes it. That is a bad thing. You'll notice there's a chart when bad things happen. That counts as a bad thing.
Okay.
I have absolutely no idea how this is going to work, but I'm trying it anyway.
All these people are under command of this captain.
Of Captain Depardieu. Correct.
Okay. You've got an officer left over.
That is him. He goes here.
Okay.
These are his two. I'm on the board. I hope I don't regret
Yep, you're fully in.
I hope I don't.
Yeah, I'm going to regret that for sure.
Well, I don't know if I do or you do, but it's your...
No, I don't think you're going to regret it, man.
It's your pull. Give it a pull.
Okay. Arrived first. All right, here's my second. So, la-di-da, number 2 is Edward Chapman, status 1. Oh, yay, the guy who barely can move anybody. Well, logic says that if he can barely move anybody, he needs to be in command of as few people as possible relative to the other people. So, oh my God, I've got sharp practice, aggressive, thin red line.
Ah, yes. Special abilities. Let's talk about those.
Okay. I didn't see really many on yours.
I don't. You have a good deal more than I do.
Okay, you've got a pot of charge, and
Yeah, pot de charge, that's my... I can bum rush you, basically.
I.
But there's a special set of abilities. Let's do pot de charge. I'm searching through the rulebook. There we are. 4 specific characteristics. Pot de charge. When 2 command cards are used, and this is over. We talked about collecting those flags. If I use 2 command cards with a leader's activation, a group or formation of French infantry can move towards the enemy with 3 actions of movement, while also removing 2 points of shock from each group present. So I'm allowed to triple my movement, essentially.
Okay.
But I've got to blow 2 command cards, which, by the way, you're going to want to keep those command cards as much as you can.
Mm-hmm. I understand.
Yours is...
everybody has sharp practice.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's
everybody
a common
has sharp
term
practice.
in these rules.
Okay, all right.
Page 85. This reflects the units trained to fire a volley and then charge home with the bayonet. It is widely applied to British forces across almost all conflicts in this era. When 2 command cards are used with a leader's activation, a group or formation of British infantry may fire a volley and charge with 3 actions of movement. Sharp practice. This represents high-quality musketry. If you play, again, 2 command cards, a group or formation which is loaded can immediately fire. If it is already firing controlled volleys, the fire may be controlled. If the group or formation is unloaded, it may completely reload, even if their weapon takes 2 actions to reload. A unit does not need to be activated when sharp practice is used. That's nasty. I don't have anybody with that.
No, all you have is pot de charge.
Unless I've got... Do my voltigeurs have it? They do. My lights have it. That's it.
Oh, the lights have it? Okay. Sharp practice, yeah. All right, so I've got... the first thing you read, was that thin red line or was that aggression?
Oh, and aggression. I'm sorry. That's the only one I haven't read. Aggression. It's a modifier in fisticuffs.
Okay.
Positive one, I assure you.
Okay, what I have here is I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 groups of 88th Con of Rangers Foot.
Right.
I have 1 group of first foot guards.
Mm-hmm.
They, as far as they all have the same special abilities. I don't know that they have any other distinctions besides the name.
Let me get your first foot guards. What I think the one thing they've got, and this is going to come up when we start talking about actually shooting at people.
Mm-hmm.
They have the ability... This needs to go away. There we go.
Their rifles are different. Very different.
Where's that army list?
One
of the things that your fellas have... sorry. That's your American War of Independence. Not that at all. There they are. Guard infantry. You have the ability to get a crashing volley with only 2 cards. Your line has the same thing. But the other thing you can do is what's called step out. And I'll describe that for you in a second. And you only need 2 cards to do that. Also, your guards have this ability called drill, which they only require 2 cards on. I'll explain what that is. Let's talk
Those
about
following along at home, these areas, these people right here, these are my only guards that I know of.
those.
Everybody else are just foot. Okay.
That's all the way back on page 13. Let's see. You said we were going to do step out first. Where'd it go? Well, here I see drill. This represents how well a drilled unit is. This adds an additional d6 of movement to a formation which is changing formation this turn. So if you want to play those 2 cards, and if you play those you play those 2 command cards, that would give you the bonus ability to move more quickly from one formation to another. And step out, this reflects how enthusiastic or thrusting a unit is. Step out adds an additional d6 of movement to a group or formation, so long as it is not undertaking a change of formation. So basically, it just gets you to push forward a little bit faster.
But the other one, the drill, allows me to move faster and also change formation.
Well, it's specifically built for when you are changing formation.
Okay. Now, that's inherent to them being guards, but that's not in their line. That's not in their special sharp practice, aggressive, thin red line
Correct.
abilities. Okay. Everybody else is just regular foot.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean anything?
They can step out. It just takes a little bit longer for them to do it. Or it takes more cards to get them to do it.
It takes 3 cards or whatever.
Correct.
Right, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the light infantry.
Yep.
One
Who
group
have
of
just
light
sharp
infantry.
practice.
Right, special ability, yeah. All right. The actual officer I drew was this guy. I can't. I need to start. There he is. Edward Chapman. And he is terrible. But being that he is terrible, and therefore I want to
Gonna hurt the guy's feelings, I'm telling you.
Okay. I need to, before I make the decision here, I need to understand a little bit better what those 1, 2, and 3 rank things are.
That's over here.
Let's see here.
That's again over here at the side.
Command initiative, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So he has a command range of 4 inches and an initiative of 1. Mm-hmm. And what does an initiative of 1 mean in this game?
That he can give 1 order.
He can give 1 order. Okay. Mm-hmm. In other words, he can say fire or he can say change formation, but he can't say both.
Correct.
Okay. All right. That's actually not too bad. No. I'm going to move my camera here so I'm looking straight down. There we go. Hang on a second. I haven't grabbed them in the middle, so I don't have a good... baseline to work with here. You can't see the 6 anymore, but that's on us. That's
I believe you.
pretty close. Now, I get to pick what direction they're facing, I guess, right?
Well, of course.
And there's not enough of them to really have a formation exactly.
Well, again,
right?
Again, he can come out with as many of those. You know, there's a group of 3 and a group of 2, so he's coming out with all 3 guys.
Oh! These are in okay.
Yeah, there's a group of 3 and a group of 2, and then you got the guards and your skirmishers. You got to figure out what to do with.
Okay, so it's not like I can break off him in command of that one section.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Arg. Well, that being the case.
Well, you can leave them there. They're all the same. Just grab
true.
these 2.
Yeah, they're right. I know. I want him to only have 2.
I gathered as much. Yeah, you hide out there in the weeds.
We will. Now I'm going to try to set him in. He's not. But these aren't really 6 inches out. So I guess I have to put it in line, basically. Have to be within the radius of the 6 inches.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I want it. That's a matte. That is a matte effect. Unless I wanted to have him in open column facing off this way. Sure. I could do that with these people here, but then naturally Actually, that might not be a bad idea. Allow him to move off this way and then take a face to the right. I mean, to his left. Rethink my proposition here. Sure, I get my group of 8. And then back up 1. He won't be quite in the weeds. I'll have to move him back just a little bit. Sure, he's still 6 inches. To the middle of it, he is. There's 6. Now, do I need to... But the officer needs to be within 6, so let me pull him back. Make sure this way the officer is within 6.
Well, no, I mean, the unit has to be within 6. He's just going to be attached. Okay. Yeah, you're fine. You're
okay.
Fine. That's the way I read it. Because the unit, the leader is always going to be attached much like my guys are. You know, sort of at the column at left.
Okay.
Suitably Napoleonic fashion.
Okay. And I think I've left enough room in here for everybody to turn, presumably left and be in a line.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
All right. So that's Chapman marching on the field.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Who's next?
Meanwhile, I'll combine these back together so we've got a set of 3.
Sure.
Okay. Next is a flag, red flag.
Okay, you keep that. Next.
The red flag.
You keep that. Now, you're going to start wanting to watch over here on the stuff I get to do with the flag chart. And that...
What is that?
You would ask me that, wouldn't you? That is here, command cards. First page.
For those who can't see, I'm using my left alt key, barely touching the corner over here. I'm using my left alt key to read it.
Any group or formation not yet activated may take its activation, interrupting the enemy if the player wishes. So that's anybody right now that you have. Now, you don't want to do that because I'm all out on the table, right? But also look at 3. Any leader not yet activated may take his activation. That's, by the way, leader, group, formation. But then look at 3, a leader who is not yet deployed may launch an ambuscade from a DP. We don't have that. But 4, a leader may immediately take a bonus activation, interrupting my activation if you wish. So you've got the 2, which means now you're not going to probably want to do that. But also note, you can use cards to increase your command initiative by 1 point.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. You can use it to enhance your
Any number of cards may be used to increase a command by 1 point per card.
Yep.
For the current turn, so I could make him on initiative 3, but not beyond initiative 4 because there's no point.
Yeah,
that doesn't exist.
Yeah, in terms of being able to do the actions. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. It's the fire of a unit. Okay, anything 1+ can be used to enhance the fire of a unit. Any number of command cards used by a leader who is fighting in fisticuffs to encourage the unit that increases his fisticuffy. 1, 2, or 3 command cards may be used to add unit bonuses or force characteristics.
And that's where we talked about sharp practice, stepping out, those things.
Okay. Per the unit roster.
Yeah.
All right.
So
and that's why they say, well, you've got to use so many. If you're going to do this ability, you've got to use this number of flags to make it work.
Exactly so.
Okay.
Also, if you draw a 3rd card, if you're a 3rd flag, that causes these random events.
Okay. Does that mean like whether I've used the flag or not, or
Correct.
if I have collected 3 flags?
Nope. If you have drawn a 3rd consecutive card, that is a flag.
If I draw a 3rd consecutive
flag.
Okay.
Let's see what you draw.
It's a flag, but not mine.
Right. It's got to be. That's a good question. Does it have to be one of yours?
I feel like probably it doesn't.
Yeah, that
Otherwise,
strikes me as
it would be
likely.
Yeah, otherwise you'd have your random events would be really rare.
Yeah, let me have a peek. I'm going to agree with you there, but when 3 command cards, regardless of their color,
Okay.
the last unit activated, be that this turn or previous, is affected by a random event. If it moved, fired, or was undertaking a task. Okay, it did none of those things.
No, it just deployed.
Yep, so that would have been one, but you were not doing those things. Very good. So a blue flag, eh?
It's yours, yeah. Collect that until you spend it.
It is so done.
1.
All right.
Okay, red 1.
That's your big dog.
That's my captain. They're Funn. He's got a leadership status of 3. What I'm probably going to do here is have him in charge of that. These people eventually. Okay. About this for a minute. Pull back. I'm zooming out so I can see the whole map set up better.
I intuited that. I'm zooming out with you. And Lance Boyles tells us 3 of any color. Yes, we were right. I'm more than happy to welcome anybody to kibitz over my shoulder. God knows. Thank you, Lance.
What's the range on the weapons?
Range of the weapons. We have an armory sheet. It is right over here. Okay. We are almost entirely musket. I think we are entirely musket, in fact, because none of us have those rifles. Close range, 12. Long range, 24. We're not close.
Let me get an idea of the scale here. I'm just pulling out I'll use this for easy. Right, 12 is here.
Yep.
24 is about roughly there. Okay. Can we enter buildings? I'm not
can.
sure what the...
We can.
Okay.
We're going to have to represent it because these obviously aren't hollow.
Aye.
Slows you down, serves as an obstacle.
These are behind walls. Okay. Got it. Okay. Multi-story buildings, do they add some kind of bonus? I mean, this is a 3-level building. This is a 2-level building, but the wall areas are single area. This is a 2-story. This is a 1-story, but that's a 2-story.
Yep. Buildings and movement. 37. Good question. La 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 la. All the way back. An infantry group, not a formation, mind, may move into and out of a building during the course of the game. Unless the building is of epic proportions, such as a fort or castle, no formation may be formed or operate in buildings. We have no such.
Okay.
No.
So church doesn't count?
Yep, no. That is, I do not regard that as epic. Groups entering or leaving buildings must do so via a doorway, treating it as a minor obstacle, with the lower die rolled for movement being discarded if the door is reached. If the door is not reached, the unit will move its full movement distance towards the door. For some large buildings with large openings, such as barns, this rule may be ignored. Groups moving inside buildings move as normal, so long as they are operating on one floor. If you're going from one floor to another, you take a full move to do so with no other actions possible. In addition, you may reposition up to 6 inches within the building. No indication. I think they're just going to take fire as of... Yeah, I see no advantage to fire. Obviously, you're going to get a certain amount of cover to be certain.
But not for attack, like if there's extra height or something.
No, I don't see anything like that.
Height's aesthetic in this case.
Correct.
And not for shooting over cover or shooting... Okay. Interesting.
Well, that's actually an interesting point. I would certainly take it that if you're above someone, you can avoid blocking intervening things. I don't have any question of that.
Okay.
Because obviously your troops block. But again, you're talking about groups here as opposed to formations.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So basically, yeah... One group could go here, one group could go into that thing, one group could go here, one group could go here. This one, however, is connected. It is a connected, very nice, typically French connecting via, sort of. We have several buildings connected by covered halls, exterior walkways. Which part is all of this connected as one building, or are we talking about 4 buildings, or are we talking about 4 buildings?
I think it's ultimately one building. Yeah.
Okay, so one thing would get in one.
Yeah, but you're still not going to fire. You're not going to fire as a formation.
No. I understand.
Yeah, I mean, what you're going to have to do
if you put one of your groups into this building. How does that affect its ability to operate on the field as far as like it now has protection and fire capability from any of these? Oh no, it's moving around inside the building. Okay. All right, it's moving around inside the building basically.
6
so
inches.
it has cover, but it moves around from place to place. What about ability to fire out? Is it just assumed that there are windows and junk for doing that? Okay. All right, what I've got to think about is I've got to think of these things as being 2-dimensional trenches in effect.
That's probably right.
Okay. Interesting. Yep. Okay. So I've pulled the Captain Funn out.
Oh, well, I found something. Troops inside buildings can target any enemy troops on the same floor of the building. Very large buildings with multiple different areas can be treated as special cases and broken down into sections if required. In most situations with large buildings, simple line of sight rules may be applied to get the most sensible results. Common sense must prevail. Oh, dear God.
Naturally, yeah. Okay.
2 men can fire from a window or door. Only the windows or doors on the model. Oh, okay. Well, there's this.
Right.
Only the windows and doors on the model building or other openings agreed upon prior to the game can be used to fire. Men firing from a window or door have a 90-degree arc of fire directly out, with a 45-degree on either side of a line drawn below. So it's your standard, as you say, 2-dimensional window aperture.
Does, however, limit the amount of fire that's going out because,
dramatically.
Again, I'm thinking about when you get your guys over here inside this area.
Yeah.
So this first group, I'm going to tab here to show what I'm looking at. This first group, these got 8 people. Only 2 of them, however, looking at this. Look here, at this particular corner of the farm estate. We'll call that an estate.
So you've only got one window there. Yeah.
I've got one. You got one window there, and really you only have 2 windows in that whole particular little corner.
And then you've got right, and then you've got the door here.
Right. In fact, there's no way in that area. You have to go through this door,
correct,
or this door, but you probably can make it. Once you do that, if you go in this door, you have no way of shooting out until you move through this covered area, which doesn't have any windows, till you get to this place.
Right.
And then you only have windows shooting at a 90-degree angle back along this area, but also 90-degree angle in this area. If you want to shoot anywhere else, then you've got to...
The other thing you got just...
This place sucks to get into.
It does.
This place... Basically, this area, this corner over here is totally blind except for the fact it guards this door.
Yep, and it's the other thing is, it'd be a great thing if you had to defend it, but using it as a base of fire is not a good idea.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Good note.
Yeah, that's okay. All right. Still not right in my head. Okay. What my plan was, I wanted to make sure I was good. On line here, so can only go 6 inches because you got eyesight on me. Not that much, right there. Point. Fill behind him there. Okay. Next. Let's see. You've got a tipper.
Tiffin?
Yeah.
All right. Tiffin means...
That ends the turn.
That's the end of the turn. But, remember, you've got these 2 flags.
Okay.
You did get those 2 flags, which means... With 2 flags... Any group or formation not yet activated may take its activation.
At the end of the turn,
mm-hmm.
Each remaining command card may be used to activate a not yet activated group or formation.
Mm-hmm.
Side with the most command cards goes first. If equal, the higher force morale goes first. If that's equal, dice it off.
Mm-hmm. So you do get to deploy these guys.
Or okay. Well, it says activate. I'm not sure what activation means. Does activation just mean deployment?
Well, activation is the big thing. Deployment is one of the things that happens under activation, along with moving and shooting and all that other stuff.
Okay, because I would really prefer actually to move.
You can't. These guys have
already activated.
Yeah.
That's what I need to understand. Okay,
yeah.
So having said that, then I can really only spend 1 flag because these people have already activated, and there's nothing else I can do at the end of the turn.
Well, no, if you spend the 2 flags, you can activate Desmond's group, his formation.
Well, yeah, or well, it says. Oh, so each remaining command card may be used to activate a not yet activated group.
Oh, okay.
So,
that's a turn end provision. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So either way, you could move them as a group, or you could spend the 2 and use them as a formation. It's kind of 6 and 2 3s.
I guess I want to put them on the board. That there's nothing else I can do with them.
Right.
Right. Okay. Well, and okay, if I used 2 flags, I could change their formation, but I'm going to assign their formation when I'm putting them on the board. Mm-hmm. So again, there's no advantage to me using 2 flags at this time for these people.
Right, especially since you're at Tiffin, yeah.
Okay, right. The only advantage really at this point for me in having 2 flags is the fact that you only have 1. Therefore, I go first.
And you go first, and I'm already on the board, so I'm not doing.
And you're already on the board, so your flag's of no use at this point.
Correct.
Anyway. Okay. Now, how do I want to? Let's see here. Okay. Once I have, at what point? I'll be bringing my light infantry here onto the board with these foot guards.
All right.
If I want so they have to be in a particular formation, which I guess involves them being in skirmish formation. If I want the light infantry,
they can also march. They can be formed in column in front. They can be in column too.
Oh, okay.
Just form them into a tighter line. That's fine.
Well, it would be would that be a line of 4 with 2 behind, or would it be a line of 6?
Line of 6.
Okay. I was thinking columns, so
just snug them up. They're
all right, but now if I want these people to actually to switch them over to a different command once they're on the field, how do I do that? Or is there...
You attach the command. That's attaching a commander is an action.
Okay. It has to be done within a certain range of the commander's ability to range. Okay.
Correct. It's actually closer than that. It's 4 inches.
Yeah. In this case, it's 4 inches.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. It's always 4 inches. To attach a group to a leader is 4 inches. It has to be within.
That's
4
fine.
Inches. Where are you going?
6.
You're going over there.
Oops. Hey, listen, you better be careful. Lock down the board. I just selected it.
It is.
It is locked.
Yeah,
it is locked. It's locked.
Just,
okay.
You can just highlight it. Yeah.
Yeah, I right-clicked on the board by accident. Okay. Yep. This is fine.
You're good?
Yep.
All right, chips back in the bag.
Ah, that was freaky, wasn't it?
You grabbed 2 chips.
I grabbed 2 chips and you grabbed 1 afterward.
There we go. All the chips back. All the chips back. We had Tiffin.
I also have a random red dice here that I can't ever get rid of. Keep it in case I need it for some, like, marking something.
Did you notice that the 6 actually says sharp practice on it? I like that.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
It's cool. All right. I'm going to shuffle it up. Wait, we should have 16. Everybody's chips are in, right? Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You want to pull the first one?
First one is a 1. Red one.
No,
oh, yay.
I showed it.
Oh, is it a 2?
Yeah, it's a 2.
I was looking at it from a distance.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well.
Now, you have 2 actions. Every unit, when activated, gets every formation or group gets 2 actions when activated. Right now, because we're all out on the table, who's your 2?
This guy. It's him.
Okay.
Him.
Okay, so Chapman and this formation gets 2 actions. Should you wish to move, it is a question of 1d6 per action spent.
Okay. I've got to roll a 1. What's the...
No, I mean, you get where's my terrain list? That's what was confusing me. Broken ground. Yeah, you lose 1 pip per die, so you're going to get a -2. If you wish to use both actions to move, you just roll 2d6, and that's your movement in inches -2.
Noted. Okay. Yeah, and the slower one has to be the thing here. This guy's not in broken ground.
Well, but the formation is considered to be...
Right. Yeah. Okay. Before I do that, I want to attach... I've changed my disposition thing, but that was why I was asking. I want to attach the Oxford Line Infantry to Edmund Chapman over here.
The problem is they have to be commanded, and they're not. He would have to use one of his 2 orders, and is he superior? He's not.
They're not. No, they're on the same.
Yeah, they're on the same level. So that order would have to come from either Desmond or the captain.
Okay, so Desmond would have to order these people to transfer over to Edmund.
Mm-hmm.
Edward. Okay, Chapman. Yeah. Okay. I understand. Let me think about this for a minute.
We're getting commentary. Oh, man. I am following along with the commentary while streaming. Lance Boyles tells me we don't get to deploy on Tiffin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on Tiffin, no deploy. So, well, you know what? Thank you, Lance. I am watching. Brant, that's not true. You take that back. We were just trying to sort through some stuff. So, and that's actually fairly easy to fix. You just take those guys off the map.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to find that rule. Good note. Problem solved. So now you did still get a 2. So actually, this solves all that.
From now.
Yeah, right. So what you want to do?
Okay. No, I'm still moving these people.
All right, so 2d6 -2.
Yep. I've got a 6 and a 3 equals 9.
7. So 7.
-2 is 7.
Yeah, that's not bad. And it is straight ahead with you can do a 45-degree slide either way. But
okay,
otherwise
7 inches.
Yep. No deploy on Tiffin. All right. He clarifies that only troops on table that haven't been activated can be moved.
Okay.
Did not know that. So you're good over there?
Yep.
All right, what's next? Who's next?
Flag, red me.
Oh, yeah. You'll be great. A blue flag, that or something. A blue something would be good. A blue thing. How about a blue thing?
The red flag.
No, seriously, a blue thing would be good. Draw flag.
I can start trading in these flags in order to go ahead and activate somebody that hasn't been, basically him, because he hasn't been activated yet.
Correct. But then his card's coming up, and you can also use those cards for some other things. I don't know what else you're going to use them for. I guess at this point.
Well, that's true.
But
yep,
that's
study things.
So you doing a thing, or you want to pull?
I'm studying the flags here. Hang on a minute.
Oh, very good. It's okay.
I would like to kind of force march them. Basically, I was checking to see if that would be of any use. Probably with their abilities, but. Okay, so where are the... let's see. Movement rates. As per dice roll, may run with 1d6.
That's groups.
And I'm looking at the movement rate. Leader, line infantry, formation, wheeling, open or closed. Well, let me explain what I'm doing because it's going to be obvious anyway, and then you can, since you've got the rule books handy, you can tell me the best way to try to make that happen.
Sure.
I'm trying to run them into the church. I'm aiming them for the front door here.
Okay, you want... Well, I think the thing we got to do there... They can't run.
It's the most efficient way.
They can't run because you'd have to break them into groups, I guess. You'd have to break the formation.
Trying to get them into the church as soon as possible.
Sure.
As efficiently as soon as possible.
As efficiently and as soon. Let's see here. Well, you get your... We need to take a look at our command cards. You do indeed have 2 command cards. And you may interrupt if you wish. So any group or formation not yet activated may take its activation. So that would be it. You cannot run, as I say. So what you do is you would turn in your command cards. You would activate Funn.
Arthur.
And then roll 2d6 and hope for the best.
Okay, they have... Okay, aggressive and thin red line are not really movement things.
Aggressive is fisticuffs, thin red line is fire, sharp practice is fire.
Yep. Thin red line is fire and then run up and...
Yeah,
okay.
You cannot make that door this turn anyway, so...
No, but it's getting them closer.
I understand.
Yeah.
You just put those over to the side.
I'd rather do...
Yeah, don't put them...
Yeah, basically what I'm doing is by putting them back over here in the line of chips...
There you go.
I'm changing them in.
There you go.
So that we know that they've been used.
Oh, Arthur Funn. Once again, you are my foe.
Yeah, that's cruddy. Okay, 5. Better than 1, I guess.
Yep.
Five.
All right.
Okay.
How about a blue chip? That'd be good.
How about 3?
3.
3.
That is not who I wanted. Next chip, please.
Oh, okay. Red flag.
Okay.
Not sure what good 1 red flag is going to do me, but okay.
Oh, you never know.
Another red flag.
We'll see.
I suppose I can use that to... Oh, it's too late now. I was going to say, I don't suppose I can use 2 red flags to activate this guy and get him on the board.
Yeah, no, apparently not.
No, apparently not. Okay.
That's one thing you can't
Well,
do.
he did qualify that at the end of the turn. That's just blue 2, so...
Yeah, blue 2. Blue 2, is that who I wanted? Okay, that's fine, isn't it? Ah, it's not gonna... There will be no Tiffin cards. You will not draw that freaking Tiffin card. Pull a chip.
1. Red 1.
Okay.
But that's useless for me because I've already moved.
Yeah.
There's your tiff.
Are you kidding?
Nope.
Great. That's it. I deserve that. They're missing chips. You need to put your command chips back.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sure, I forgot I even had it there.
Yeah, well, I just noticed there were 16 of them. 14 instead of the 16.
Right.
All right. Now, because God is just, this will be a 1.
It is a blue flag.
I'll take it. Next.
Red 3. Something I've never drawn before because it popped in. Now I can finally put these guys on. All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 4 people watching now. Check us out.
forgot to tell my brother where we're at. I got into wargaming long ago, back when we were kids. Line here.
All right.
Got a red, blue too.
That's as aggravating as anything imaginable. Next.
Blue flag. Take it.
All right. I interrupt.
Oh, okay.
What? I interrupt.
I just threw that back in.
Yes, that's fine. It'll come back out.
It'll come back on top. That's fine. Yeah. As long as we don't shuffle
I
it.
interrupt with Gregoire Depardieu. He's gonna order. Can he order? He's gonna order this entire formation, and we're gonna roll 2d6 for him to do it.
Okay.
Where'd I put my die? It's over here. Super.
You. Was brutal.
Wow.
The mind boggles.
You are amazed at how far I just moved. I know that all British men now must make a morale check.
Yeah. Our jaws dropped. We have to stop and recreate them from the floor. Yeah. Cash those in.
Here you go.
There's another one.
All right. You're my best friend because is that just 3 blue flags? I think it was.
Yes, it is. It's not in sequence? Yeah, it is in sequence.
I think
no. Yes?
Was it?
Oh, no.
We got to keep these things in order. I think it was. Well,
I've got to come up with some way to...
I think we got to leave gaps in this line.
Yeah.
Whenever we...
True, we need to leave gaps in the line, yeah. We'll just call it a random. We did
because
there are
bad randoms, too. So
yeah.
So I roll a 2d6 on the movement random. 7.
Is that because the last thing that happened was movement?
Correct. Okay.
Sergeant,
tell the men to sing. If the troops are in any column formation, they may take 2d6 of movement immediately. Bless their hearts.
Rick, start singing that Russian song from...
Oh!
War and Peace. On that chapter when... what is the name? Blaskavansky? What is the name? Right. The guys are singing. Dun 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 dun.
Ooh. Back up. Be honest.
What?
I'm having a problem getting it to 12 even.
Good. You're still well within 24 inches now.
Oh yeah.
Of course, we both activated, so.
Yep.
Neither one of us is going to be doing anything else.
So that was interesting. All right. So, like you say, let's sort this way now.
And we're cashed in, so.
Yeah. Well, I actually get that one.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Right.
Let's leave a gap.
Okay. But we'll leave a gap there.
Yep.
Now we have 2 invisible gaps.
Yep. Well, that's all right. We'll know.
Okay, 1, 2.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we have 2. All right, that's that's Chapman's crew. Ooh. Interesting. All right, I've got like a 45-degree drift.
Yeah.
My movement.
Mm-hmm. You also are allowed to spin to face whatever way you want if you just want to go straight. At the start of your movement.
Okay.
The way it says,
Oh,
foot troops may move in any direction, turning to face that direction at the start of their movement for no actions.
in that. Okay, so if in that case, let's take a look here at Chapman. If his lead thing turns to go to face this direction, for say, that means I have to pick up these people and turn them behind in open
No,
column.
I think you just pivot the whole column. Why wouldn't you? It'll net.
Yeah. Well,
Just
if I
pivot
pivot,
pivot off him. There you go.
okay.
That'll work.
But I actually want to do those move a little bit obliquely. Okay. What kind of I'm really trying to set up here is I want to get basically set up in a line, a firing line here in the crops.
Okay.
Now that's going to require a move first, and then I've got formation.
Well, no,
right?
You are in formation, so you will.
I'm in a formation now.
But you will then move. Well, you're in an open column.
Right, but I've got to change formation. That's a second
and then
action.
what you do is you move. Now, once you're ready to form, you're going to form on the lead group, and you're going to form all these guys in their actual distances. That's where that whole step out thing comes from, or drill, I should say.
Right. Okay. Well, drill with the Howard requires flags.
It does. It does. So it does take a little bit to get to that, but I'm just saying you can do that. That's how you do it.
Let me back up a minute. I've got two actions, right?
Mm-hmm, right.
Is changing formation possible with one of those actions?
It's changing formation isn't a separate action. What you do is you move, and by moving, change formation.
What does spinning the two flags in drill advance for me?
That gives you extra dice in your movement.
Noted. Okay. Well, I'm not moving very far anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. So let's see. If in effect it doesn't really matter what I roll. It may, however, matter for shooting.
Because you've got to roll that, for the group, and then each for the formation, and then each group gets that distance.
That's fine. Okay, so if I've got two actions here, my first action is move, change formation, basically into a line, rotating 90 degrees more or less left to bring it into a line and kind of setting up here.
Well,
okay. And it might be, it's going to be 1d6, so it's going to be 1 inch, or, I'm well within my 6 possibility here, and I'm not even going to move that far because I want to make sure everybody's in the crops.
Well, first, is this not the other half of this unit?
No.
Who's there?
That unit is under the command of, he's here somewhere. Here he is. Desmond.
Okay, very good.
I guess I could put him up front so it's easier to see.
No, it doesn't matter. I just want to make sure he's there.
Okay.
All right.
No.
I got it. I see what you're doing. Very good.
Okay.
All right, so you want these guys
and then second thing, I want them to form a line. I want them to form a line in movement. It doesn't have to be very far. They're just going to get in this area here. And then having done so, they're in the crop field with some cover, presumably behind trees, which is going to affect their firing. But I want them to take a shot at these people because they're going to be within a long distance firing range.
They're not going to be able to shoot and move. I very strongly doubt you're going to be able to pull that maneuver off.
Okay.
Just on distance.
What is
you can only roll
second action?
You can only roll 2d6. That's the maximum you're going to get.
Okay, but I'm really just trying to move 1d6. I've got 2 actions.
Right. So you could do it 1 die at a time. That certainly doesn't offend. Roll 1d6 and see how far you get, is my point.
Right. Okay, well, I'm not going to get very far, and that's okay. I don't really need to get very far. I only need to get, like, here.
But then you're going to have to show me how you get into line.
Isn't getting into the line part of the movement?
Mm-mm. You got to physically... You have to make the movement. I mean, where this back unit is... I suppose it depends what you roll, but you're losing 1 pip. So the farthest...
True, because I'm in the... Right. That's... yeah, I'm in the thing.
And you got to form off of one of these guys. You got to form off him.
I'm going to move first anyway. Let me go ahead and roll that.
All right.
One die.
Mm-hmm.
So 1d6 minus 1. If it's 0, then it's 0. Okay, 3 minus 1 is 2.
Right.
So they're going to move 2 inches.
So this whole column moves 2 inches.
Changing formation. So...
Are you moving this column forward, or are you trying to change formation?
I'm trying to change formation.
All right, this guy
into
stays
a
put.
line.
This guy stays put.
Yes, this guy stays put.
This guy moves 2 inches.
Okay.
And you can form to the right or to the left.
But okay. I see the thing here is there's also a facing question then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's the other thing that I'm missing. That was the component that I was missing.
Is that 2? Yeah, I was going to say that ain't 2 inches.
It's pretty close. At 1.8, 1.9, 2. You're actually further ahead than I am. That's 2 inches.
Close enough for gentlemen.
Yeah.
And it's just the other thing is this guy can cant backwards, ever so slightly, and scooch over. You don't want to. The problem is you're going to want to form them up. That's something he can do, but it's going to depend what you want to do for your second action. Because right now so they can only shoot this way.
Okay, so now they have to change facing.
Right.
Okay.
And now they wheel.
Okay. Okay, and now they wheel. So, meh. Well, okay. What I should have done then was had the column turn around, and to begin with, when I was changing my direction at the start of the move, I should have had my column turn to face this direction. Then that would have been the facing at the start of the move, and then these people would have walked up next to them into line.
They would have. That would have. I'm not 100% persuaded you can make that match that way.
Okay.
Because you're coming from behind them to their side. You can't. Yeah. These guys have to stay put at some point. Remember.
Right. No, they're not moving. I'm just. These people still wouldn't be moving. I was just saying. You said at the start of the.
If these guys pivot that way, these guys are back here.
Right. Right. That's true. And these people are now facing this way. It's the same geometrically. It should be the same.
I think
we can test that. Let's test that.
Move them 2 inches back.
Oops. Crap. Okay.
It's just 2 inches.
Right. Okay.
See if we're getting any kibbles.
Now, originally, now the guys in front have not actually physically moved. They've just changed facing to start with.
Yeah. So
this is where they. This is where they were.
One officer CI to snap them from column into line.
Okay, I don't know what that even means.
Yeah, I think well, no, he actually may be working to your benefit. Let me see that. Looking for.
I'm going to drop them down. This is the way they originally were set. Because I had spawned them in here, and then I had moved them ahead in the previous turn with a little bit of obliqueness on the march. A bit of drift. I'm changing my strategy just a little bit since these people have moved up.
I get it.
Trying to line up for an opportunity shot here.
Okay, to allow the lead group to remain stationary and the second and third groups to form on them to the left and the right as the player wishes. Oh, right. Okay, yeah, it actually does work to your benefit. Okay, so this is where you were.
This is where I was originally.
Yeah, so what you're going to want to do here, you've got two actions. The first action is you can't take for free. You're going to have to move to face. So you're going to have to give one movement up just to face them the way you want to go.
Makes sense. I understand that. Okay.
So and then once you're gonna like the way this comes out. I won't. Do that. You can move this column if you want, because...
Right, moving the column, right. If I wanted to move the column up a little bit, or drift them a little bit here.
Because that's still part of that same movement.
That's still part of the same movement, right. And I rolled, it was like 2 inches or something.
You get for free to snap this back group to the left or the right. As part of a form-up action.
The rough ground here is defeating me.
It's not the rough ground, it's this gap, my beloved.
Yeah, it's the gap. I see that. Y'all probably can't see it on back home, but there's a gap here where these two things are.
I'm gonna get that out of here. My beloved who made this for me did not. She does not have my OCD about these things. Did I close it?
Yeah, you closed it. Let's see if it works.
That should do it. Oh. All right. Well, we know they're. It doesn't matter.
We know what they're. We know what they're doing.
It's
We know what they're
going to
do anyway.
You're going to snap them into line in the
I'm going to snap in line anyway. Okay. So I've got 2 inches of movement in column yet first. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And then. Oh, for pity's sake. Okay. Now I've got a little bit of. Look at that. Now they all stand up. Okay, that's fine. Okay, there's half an inch. I'm going to pull the other guys up to the left, so I'm going to have these people drift just a little bit to the right. There's 1 inch, 1.1, 1.2. So, sorry, I haven't left it down yet. I'm moving my camera around so I can get a better angle on it. At 1.5 there, 1.7, 1.8, 1.9. I don't think I can. That's close enough. Okay. All right, so for this, when he's saying a CI, that's the second action.
Yeah, that's the second action, exactly. And so you can grab this guy and put him to the left or the right.
Okay.
And just snug him up and make it a line. There you go.
Yeah, I'll make it pretty. I won't be able to shoot.
Correct.
Because I fully understand that. I'm okay with it.
Get your commander out of the way of the shooting, though. That gives me the wake.
You are the weak link.
CI equals command initiative. Stay with us, Lance. You're helping.
There's no way these people are ever getting back in line. Oh God!
Why are they misbehaving?
I don't understand.
Well, first of all, it seems like your drop height is awful high.
It's not by my choice.
You have.
Yes, that's true. My drop height is terrible. Look, when I pick it up, it's going up here.
That's a setting. You've got that. You've got control of that, I think.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Where do I change that?
That is
lift height. I found it. Okay.
There it is. Make it go away.
Yeah.
I give myself 0. All right. All that to move them fellers into line. I'm super happy to see you.
Okay.
Yeah, that is definitely some cover, is what that is.
Mm-hmm. Now, it does offer also the question of the ability to shoot through the trees, but that's okay.
Yeah, the trees are just more. This is all just cover. I don't regard these as blocking LOS. This isn't a forest.
Okay. Well, it would be neutral in either case.
Yeah, it's going to be sauce for the goose if that's what you need.
Yeah.
All right, so they're done.
But my cover is my cover, so.
Yeah. All right.
All right. La. Next thing. Another flag.
A red flag. Look at that.
I heard a beep.
There's my phone. I get a blue flag. Lucky me.
Now, okay, that's 2 flags in a row, I guess.
That's 2 flags.
I drew a red flag, and then
we have
2,
this gap. Look at that. See, now we know there was a gap.
Yeah. Pippin.
And that's it.
Or Pippin.
Tiffin. I will use mine to order these guys.
Okay, that's reasonable.
Fellers. What are you gonna do? What you're gonna move is what you're gonna do. 2 dice. No. 10. Begin by cheating a little this way. And here we go. Beating the Padishage. Back it up, genius. Vive l'Empereur.
Incidentally, that's about 30 inches out.
You and your filthy lines. Right. Got it. All right. A lot of columns. All right. You got anything?
I've got 2 flags back over here and a guy who hasn't moved yet, so I'm going to cash them in.
All right.
And have Desmond, his people. Arrgh. Well, they're already kind of in a formation. The intelligent thing here would be to...
Well, whatever you do, don't do that.
Right. Almost. Basically, that would kind of work. Yeah, well, might as well. I need to get there. I need 4 inches, but I've got 2 movements, so...
You do. You have 2 activations, right?
Yeah, I have 2 activations.
Well,
I guess if I do...
I suppose to say it correctly, we have 1 activation that results in 2 actions. How's that?
Okay, I'm going to use a movement from our first one.
What's that going to do? What you going to do?
It fails because
Wow.
I 1 minus 1. Okay,
Ouch.
well, another movement. I don't really have an option.
All right.
Well, yippee. 5, okay. That's fine. I'm lining up. That's about the best I can do there. Okay, there's 1, 3, there's 2, 3.2, 3.5, 4-ish. Sorry, I'm moving my camera to get a better angle of what I'm looking at here. There's 4 again. I want to leave myself room for a facing change eventually, which I can't do now. I think that leaves enough room for a facing change.
Oh, I'm comfortable.
Later. Not later. Later.
Yeah.
Not right now. Yeah. 1 action. Okay. All right.
Back in the bag.
Okay, I recommend for when we do flags again in the future, what we'll do is we'll place when we collect them basically, and we haven't used them yet, we'll place them on the black over here.
Oh, there we go.
And we'll still see what their sequence is, and then once we cache them in, we'll move them over to the brown line.
Agreed.
Okay, all right.
16, shuffling them up. Go for it.
Got a 1.
Oh, yeah.
1.
That's the big dog.
Crap. It's bad for me. Now, your light infantry, at least, maybe more, is 23 and 0.1. So you're within long distance shot of these guys. You are also within long distance shot of these guys. And you are within long distance shot of these guys. Really well within long distance shot here. That's 19.5 to that corner. Yep. So you can take shots at any of us. But I'm not sure how many of your people can take shots at any of us. That's a real question that I haven't heard discussed yet.
Yeah. Well, it's in column. It's the first 2 rows.
Okay. Well, the skirmish. We were measuring from the skirmishers.
Yeah, the skirmish. Remember, we're going to fire by groups.
Yeah.
We're going to fire by groups.
Okay. So basically, yeah.
I gotta look at my movement rates for my lights.
Well, that group can still reach here, for sure.
More important.
You have 2 groups.
More.
This group cannot reach here and cannot reach here.
These guys get to add 1 additional movement action per turn because they're lights.
Oh, okay. They get a free movement action, basically,
Yeah.
on top of any other 2 actions they do.
Correct.
However, they are in formation, so
Well,
to
the
do that,
point
they'd have
is,
to break
I'm
their
about
formation.
to. We're about to do a thing.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll just say something I've said before. I really hope I don't regret this. But why not? We're having fun. We're just trying to figure it out.
We're experimenting.
We're going to begin with the lights, and I'm going to spend 2 dice. One is their regular, and the other is their basic movement, I guess I should say. So this will leave them a 3rd action, is my point. Because they get the extra movement because they're lights.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. So that was one of their free movements, and that was one of their general actions.
Correct.
As a movement.
So they have 1
Now
left.
they have a 3rd general action. Okay, and they're breaking formation out of these people.
Correct.
Are they still in command of somebody?
They will be within radiuses.
Yeah, they're in radius of that guy. He's a level 3 guy.
At the end of the day, they've been ordered this time. We'll have to see the next time they get activated.
Whether they're still in. Okay,
right.
So they could be out of command radius.
Right, in which case they can only move on individual group maneuvers, which is nowhere near as efficient. And also lacks certain benefits.
I was going to say, because the 3rd command, then, if they're outside his radius...
Right. Oh, no, these guys are moving 2, don't get me wrong.
Okay.
And they're going to shoot at you. They made it inside a short range.
I mean, okay.
This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 men.
Mm-hmm. This is their 3rd action.
This is correct. Which means
are they within command range of the captain?
Well, they were at this time. That
okay, so he said move up. All right. Okay. All right. He said move up.
Go move
up and shoot.
Them, yeah.
Okay, I understand.
See if I'm getting yelled at online. I am not getting yelled at by Lance. Okay, I'm doing the right thing so far. He's keeping me honest. I like that. All right, so we scooch down here. They are how many in number?
You.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
5, 6.
That's a base 6. And then we have our fire modifiers. Which is down here. Where'd that go? Is it up here? It's up here. They are not good shots. They're not poor shots. They do not have a leader attached to them. I'm not using, and they have no shock. This is close.
Well, they have that guy's still. He told them to go up and go. So,
but he's not attached. I take that as. I've always taken that as being attached at the time of the fire. Their firing is not currently being directed.
Understood. That makes sense. Okay.
We've got nobody to direct their fire.
We'll be consistent about that. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, first fire bonus. It is available to them. This is their carefully packed powder, so they get a plus.
Oh, okay. Cool.
This is not a controlled volley. That controlled volley is for units that are under direct command and can do it. I think all of our troops can do it. Are you a closed column?
Not anymore. Am I? Yes.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to get a +1 to hit for that. I'm going to get a +1 to hit for my first fire. I'm going to get a +1 because I'm light infantry, so that's a +3. Skirmishers at effective or long range, which is interesting. So I don't get that benefit. That's interesting. I don't get that at close range. Huh.
Makes sense. You're sniping, basically.
Sure. Right. No, I get it. Maybe I'm not so enthusiastic about being that close, I guess.
Right. Your skirmishers. You're not really supposed to be that close.
Right. I don't want to be too close.
Right.
So I've got a total of +3.
I'll allow you to move back if you want.
I'm not at your flank or rear. That's a good question.
Yeah.
Long range, though. Long range. Would require me to get outside 12.
What's the question exactly?
No, are you outside? To see how far out I am from that.
Well, you're 9 out from me, from that corner.
Yeah. All right.
A little more than 9.
I'm gonna back up 3.
Okay.
Stop that.
You're gonna back up to sniping range.
Well, it seems like the thing the game wants me to do.
Yeah, I agree. That makes sense. I'll allow it because we didn't check the rules. That's okay.
Yeah, how's that?
Okay.
All right. So the bottom line is, I'm rolling. There's 2 stages here. One is to hit that I do, and the other is whether I damage you, which is actually something you do. Okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, because we find out, so we start here though. I keep going to the wrong one. Let's see here. Firing dice variables. All we've got is nothing. Oh, see there. Yeah, there is the difference. Oh, I get it. Mm. Oh no, because that's damage. That is different. So 6s, 5, 4, 3, 2. 1s are always failures. 6s always hit. So, anything but 1s. I'm rolling 6 dice, looking for anything but 1s.
Good God. Okay.
All right. That is all hits.
All hits.
Now you've got to roll 6. Here's what you're dealing with. Hit effects. Right here. You are in the open. And that's it. So on a 6 I kill. 3 to 5 is a shock. 1 or 2, nothing. So you roll 6 dice.
I see some kills.
3 kills.
3 kills.
3 kills.
And the others are shocks.
Wow. We may actually have to check against a leader kill. You've got a leader with that group, right?
Captain Funn.
All right. So how much shock though?
Another 3 shock.
Okay. Oh, and this is now what we have to do, and what we should have done. We did this incorrectly.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna take this because I know better than this. I'm gonna take this better. We have to divide up these hits over the unit. So I rolled 6,
okay.
Right? So it's
yeah, you rolled several.
It's 2, 2, and 2.
Oh, okay.
So let's take that back. I know better. You should.
Okay.
So if you'd roll 2 dice, please.
Okay. Let me clear these off. Boink. All right. On the first group, where's the captain regarded?
He's in the. He'll come up with kills. He is attached to this formation.
Okay. All right. So he suffers kill risk on a hit on any of those parts.
All right.
We've got a miss, I guess, and a shock.
And a shock. Okay, they pick up a shock. Next.
Group 1. Group 2. We've got a miss and a shock again,
all right.
I think. Group 3. Got a kill and a shock.
All right, so you cannot kill a leader with 1 kill. I know that very well, but you got to take a guy out. You're going to have to delete whichever guy you want out of this back group.
Okay. I want to stay within range, so I'll take him out.
All right, you just delete him, frankly.
Are there reinforcements bringing people back in later?
Nope.
Or do we just delete him off the game?
You can just delete him off the map if you want.
So
you got 1 shock each. And because I burned actions to get into this position, I gotta shrink that.
Oh, look, a smoke cloud.
I have to reload. All right.
Clever.
That's those fellas. Next.
Okay, you do have another group here, basically. I guess that's.
Well, I've got this whole.
Oh,
thing.
all the groups. Okay.
Yeah. Just make sure that I'm not getting yelled at by Lance.
Do these people not have 4 actions?
Who's that?
The light infantry. The reason I'm asking is because leader status 3 gives you 3 activations, and they also get a free move.
They get the free move. That's just the guys he gets to activate. But when you're activated, you only get 2 actions. These guys get that bonus action because they're light. You still only get 2.
I understand that. What is his 3 then?
He could move 3 units.
Oh, he can command 3 units to do something within his group. Okay.
Right.
Got it. Well, he can command 3 groups to do something within his...
Correct. He's a leader status 3, so he can command all these guys.
No.
He can't?
I mean, I see five groups there.
3 can command... Oh, boy.
Maybe I don't understand
3. He can command...
He has initiative 3, and...
Let me see what that means. Good question. Suddenly I'm blanking. You'd think I'd know. I think it's a formation, so he's fine. It's only if they break into individual groups, he's going to be more limited.
Okay, which technically one of them he just did, but that's for next time.
Well, right, exactly.
Yeah, assuming he's even still within
command
distance, which might not be right.
Yeah, that's the deal. Okay, not crazy. There we go.
Okay, so he's giving commands to all those people right now because they're all in the same formation.
Yep. And now we'll see what happens next time.
Okay.
Dog it. All right, that's what I got to do. We're gonna move this guy 1 first.
Okay.
Five.
Ooh, 5.
Could have done worse. Back it up, homie. Yep. And second commander action. Formal.
Okay.
All right. Now these fellers that he's actually attached to. Let's move first. 1 die. Ick. Again, I know you were amazed. I'm going to move again.
That's a little better.
Yeah, that's better. So,
that seems reasonable. What was that radius? I think it was like 9 or something.
yeah, I think 3s or 9s.
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
9
so
inches.
he's fine. So he can order them. Yeah. All right. That's it. That's what that 1 bought me. Next check, please.
There you go. There's your second guy.
This homie over here.
I guess.
No.
I'm not sure
What
who's...
number is this?
He's
No.
your second commander. He's already moved.
He's already activated, so keep going.
Yep.
Oh, the one thing he could do, by the way, is, and always remember this for your guys, if they're not moving, they can, if they're the inferior commander, get one of these points of shock away for each activation.
Okay.
It's like dressing up.
Which, in my case, right now, that's not an issue because all of my inferior commanders are off
Right.
instead of being under, but right. Okay. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind for yours, too.
Put that flag back where we said we were going to put
Well, I
it?
will. I just
sorry,
had it here because I had it come back and see.
Got it.
Okay, so, but basically because you did, your commander guy told this group to do something, then they have been activated.
Correct.
Okay, they don't get a second activation.
Yeah, unless I manage to whip out one of those big card combos.
Yeah. Now, we haven't used the flag yet, so I'm setting it off here according to our new paradigm.
All right, our new paradigm.
That's so horrible.
Look at
that's bad for me.
That's a kick in the shorts.
Oh, it is, yeah. Okay, so you get to reset your. Okay.
Can I say I'm happy?
Yeah, that's reasonable. Does anybody get any automatic things there for the end of the turn?
Ooh, wait a minute. Skirmish troops can take out leaders for 1 hit? What?
Right. Oh, they're sniping, right? Because they're sniping.
Sure.
That makes sense.
That's true. They're shooting at.
All right, I
Now,
need to. Okay, so I need to roll and see what
Well, we
the.
got to check the leader casualty thingy.
Yeah.
Where's that? Lance is officially hired, by the way. He's hired.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it. All right. I guess I got to go to the rule book. When all else fails, read the rules, right? Leader casualties, 47 and 48. And there's not a swimming pool on the table, Brant. That is smoke. Leaders operating on their own, not within 4 inches of friendly troops, may be targeted. That's grim. If a leader is attached to a group which loses men dead, roll a d6. If the fire is from line, cavalry, or artillery, the number rolled is less than the number of men killed. So if it's skirmishers, it's equal or less. So you got to check and roll a 1. That's the only thing that does it.
Almost a 1.
No!
Man, it was almost a 1. It actually had landed on the 1 and then gravity rolled it over to a 2.
Curse you, gravity, my eternal foe.
Yep. We'll let gravity decide this. All right, so that's.
So are our chips back? They are.
Yeah, our chips are back. Okay. Hey, Brant, that's actually a river.
This right there.
It's Blood River.
That is not Blood River. That is smoke. There's no swimming pool.
That's a joke from way back.
From a few of these
episodes ago.
All right.
It is in the middle, kind of in the middle of the board, though. All right.
Give it a Ooh, what have we got?
Oh, we got a red flag.
One for me. Right. One for me. That's for you.
One for you.
That's for you. Switch. Yeah.
No. We're putting up there in line.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Got it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Second line. Okay. Yeah. Now, if I pull another flag here,
nothing happens because nothing happened. Just like you said.
Third flag.
Nothing.
Isn't that the random event?
It would be if anything had happened. Remember?
You have to have.
Yeah, it has to be an activation.
I understand, because it has to have something to affect. The event has to have a movement to affect or something like that. There's a 2. Okay, it's a red 2.
Red 2 for you.
All right. Who are we? Red 2. Red 2, attack. That's not him. Our buddy here, Chapman.
Yep.
Okay. He has exactly 1 leader status. Okay. So his leader status of 1 means that he can only his command radius is pretty small and he can only command 1 formation at a time.
Correct.
Okay. It doesn't have anything to do with trying to roll him to see whether or not he can even attack. Okay. All right. That's reasonable. All right. So smoke isn't really cover.
No.
Okay. Well, it might have been. I mean, I could see that. Yeah.
Yep.
Now I'm going to ask in questions of formation here. The light infantry, I suppose, are they in line or are they still in skirmish formation?
This is an open order skirmish formation. Yep.
Okay.
The biggest thing they're going to get is if you hit them, they get 1 level better cover. So you're firing through these trees.
Yeah.
So they're going to be essentially under hard cover.
Okay. Interesting.
You're automatically under hard cover back there.
Okay. These people are in close line.
Close column.
Yeah, close column, not close line. Close column.
Close line.
Now, let me double check, make sure I'm still within their hit here. Yeah, I'm at 25.5. Possibly a little bit closer. And they're going to be within. The question here is which is more vulnerable to being shot at, considering that I'm going to be shooting through cover. That's 22.3, by the way.
All right.
So again, the question is, who's going to be the most vulnerable to be taking shots? Is it going to be this guy or this guy?
Let's see. Well, you'll remember, because he's in closed column, you get a bonus, right? And remember, it's a two-step process. That's going to be your first fire, so that's good. It's long range, right?
Right, it's long range.
So, got to go back over here. Sorry, folks, with the camera. It's your first fire. Controlled volley. Let's talk about that. That's the time, I think. Because you're going to be eligible to do that. It just slows you down a little bit, just so you get that.
I understand.
And with a level 1 guy, that can be... well, I guess it doesn't matter, because you get the 2 actions.
He's only got one... Right, he's only got one guy to... One formation to command.
I want to look this up, too, because oddly enough, I have it, too. I really do like this system. Not bad at all. Alright. How to fire. There we go. Individual groups and skirmish troops simply reload and fire. Formations may elect to fire controlled or uncontrolled volleys. Controlled volley fire is slightly slower, but the formation benefits from controlled delivery and is fully under the command of their officers and NCOs. Only formations may fire controlled volleys. The process is to load, present, and fire. Only better quality troops can fire controlled volleys, and you can do it. So the point is, what you've got to do, and we have the markers for it, you are now loaded, so you can shoot. And you could, so what you could do is present and fire. And that would be your actions.
Present being one action, and...
Correct.
What is sharp practice? How's that going to affect it?
Sharp practice.
I do have a flag, but I might not have enough. I don't
think that's enough flags. I think you need 2 for that, don't you?
I do have 2 flags.
Oh, well then.
Yeah. I mean, I could save them for later, but...
Maybe you don't want to.
I have to understand, so...
No, this is... It's... I'm assuming at some point this becomes second nature. It just isn't right now.
Yeah.
Sharp practice. This represents high-quality musketry. Whenever 2 command cards or a group of formation which is loaded can immediately fire. If it is already firing controlled volleys, it doesn't. You don't have the advantage right now because it skips present.
Okay.
It skips present, and there's no advantage to you right now in doing it.
If I did it right now, I would have a second action though, because I wouldn't have to present.
Correct. If you did it now, though, you would fire immediately. Whenever the 2 cards, you can immediately fire. If it is already firing controlled volleys, the fire may be controlled. If the group of formation is unloaded, it may completely reload, even if it takes 2 actions to do so. Yeah, that would be your... So you would then fire, leaving you with 1 action.
Okay. Yeah, then the second action, I could reload?
Correct.
Or...
That's right. You couldn't present, but you could reload, which means you don't get the smoke.
Good. All right, before I make that decision, let me ask something back down here, because I could potentially use that for fun here, maybe. The shock, all 3 of my groups here are in shock in this formation. And they're kind of not in the right area to start firing anyway. Okay, that's fine. Okay, this is good. I'm going to do it with these people.
Sharp practice.
Sharp practice,
All right. Good. Well, we get to... So you're going to cash in your chips.
Cash in my chips here. Yours are still uncashed. There you go.
And you are there for how many guys you got shooting? It's both groups. So you should have 16, right?
Yes, I do.
All right.
2 groups of 8.
Their leader is attached, correct? He is
attached.
Yep, he's level 1.
Level 1.
So that means you are rolling 7. Are we firing per group? We're firing.
I'm shooting
group.
long distance.
Yeah, we're firing by group.
Right. Firing by group.
All right. So
So there'll be 2 groups.
It's all no. It's firing dice. I gotta. Nope. The whole lot fires. So it's because it's attached to the unit. So it's going to be a total of 16, 17. You can't use a command card.
Right. Yeah. It's a quick. Is my powder ready to go? Is that a thing?
Yeah. Well, that's
my first shot.
That's to your 2 hit.
Okay.
So you're going to roll 17 dice, and now what you need to hit at long range would usually be a 6.
Mm-hmm.
But this is your first fire, so it's a 5. It's a controlled volley, so it's a 4.
Okay.
You are firing at my skirmishers, right?
No, I'm firing at the crew over here.
The column?
Yeah, the closed column.
3.
I am firing through cover, soft cover at least.
That's going to benefit me when it determine hits.
Aye, okay.
So it's going to be 17 dice, and you need 3s or better.
It's time to vomit dice. I love this little tool so much. I feel like I have a few 3s in there. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4,
Captain Darwin
5,
wants
6,
to know
7,
where the
8,
air power wants to know where
9,
the air power is. He can bring a freaking balloon.
4, 5, 6, 7,
okay.
8.
Lance indicates that random events are rolled for actions from the previous round as well.
Oh, God, I don't even remember what we were doing in the previous round, what the last was.
Yeah, I don't either. I think it was these bozos moving up here, but let's just remember that going forward. Thank you, Lance. We'll
retroactively.
You think
they're not being a shot right now? We'll just go back and fix that later.
Okay.
We'll retroactively apply that.
And the way that Lance describes it, it'll work out the same, but the way he describes it is it's present, which you would do, fire, play sharp practice, and that's what gets you your reload.
Makes sense. Okay.
So
yeah.
I get it. So you take the 2 actions, place the sharp practice, and that gets you the free action. That's cool.
Got it. Okay.
All right. So how many times did you hit me?
7, I think. Let me recount. My short-term memory is terrible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 hits.
10 times. Oh, mercy. 10 times. Oh gosh. Okay. Now we go over here to the damage. Hit effects. I'm in the open. Nope. I'm under hard cover.
No, are you under hard or soft cover?
I'm under hard cover because I'm a no, you're firing at my column, right?
Right. Not your skirmishers.
Light cover. Very good. So light cover, kill on a 6, shock on a 4 and 5.
Okay.
And now again, we got to do that thing we did before, which is I got. How many times did you get me?
You have 2 groups there.
Yep.
10.
10. So 5 and 5.
5 and 5.
5 to the front. That's a shock and a kill.
Yeah. Ooh. I need 2 kills to affect your, because I'm not sniping, obviously. Right. So your commander's safe there.
And I gotta get me a shock token. I like the fact that they're stackable. Okay. Guy who designed this, it wasn't me. Nice job. Okay, and now we're gonna do these
5 for him.
Here. 5 for them. One kill. Nothing else.
And...
So, I do have to roll.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you did. I did generate 2 kills.
Yeah, you generated 2 kills.
Total. I thought it meant like per group 2 kills.
Well, let's find out, I guess.
I could see that being the case.
Yeah, let's see here.
If Lance wants to append, that would be okay too.
Yeah, gotta get Lance a headset. Because he's got nothing better to do tonight than help us out. Leader casualties 47 as I get a page. Nope, it's that group he's attached to. So
Okay,
yeah, you'd have to have done it to this front group.
He's okay.
I get it.
Well, Mike. Well, then I have to. Okay. So what group is he attached to?
Oh yeah, well yeah, he is attached to this group, which is also, well. Let's be clear. He's the guy who is always at risk.
Okay.
So you'd have had to have done 2 to this one. A leader can only attach himself to one group. He then sort of gets to select.
Okay, you physically have indicated that by putting him back here.
Correct.
Okay. But this guy is actually not at risk at all.
Yes, he is.
He's not
oh yes, because he's attached to this group.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Unless I want to send him out free floating, which I do not, because then you get to shoot at him alone.
Right. Okay. I understand.
Which strikes me as the original bad plan.
Okay.
All right. So your guys, because they were so saucy and played sharp practice, fired at me, killed 2 of these fellers over here, gave me a point of shock, and because they have sharp practice, they are now reloaded. I am going to take the liberty of shrinking the shock token, just so it's not so obtrusive.
Okay.
All right.
Now it's easier to ignore. Now it's easier to ignore hiding behind the officer.
Yeah. I wish it were so easy.
Oh no! Before we do this, okay, I see your 2 is coming out. Let's do the random roll.
Oh yeah.
We're going to fix that.
This is a movement check over here on this bunch of fellers right there.
Right. Okay.
So you want to give me a 2d6?
Yep. We got a total of 9.
9 moving. Where's that damned map?
Oops. I foresee this is going to be bad.
They will. If the troops are in march column, which they are, they will halt when next activated, while their leader gets the lie of the land. Ignore if they have a scout. They do not have a scout.
You need to make a mark there, like a die or something. Here, I've got a free die that's just lying around.
Yeah, just give him a die. Say you will sit right there. We just know I got to pull that off when it's. You are not.
It'll be a die reminder.
All right.
Yeah.
Next. Oh, you said you pulled a blue 2?
Yes, I did. Hey, if you want to duplicate that thing and flip it over to a 4, and that way you'd be saying, like, it would remind you specifically of what got rolled.
Sure. There you go.
Go ahead and pull a 2 out here. 2.
All right, who's my 2?
Is your 2?
Who's my 2? Who's my
Not him.
That is
that's Clouseau.
Herve Poirot. Okay, what's he gonna do? He is gonna take one of his actions and get rid of this shock.
Wait, what? Who are you
2
talking about?
Here. Oh, he's 3.
This guy's 2.
I'm sorry. I wanted him to be 2.
Yeah.
Real bad like I wanted him to be 2. That's not, however, who he is. So
it's okay. This guy is in really good position to do some damage. Well,
no, he's not. No, he's not. Because remember, the fire is like this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, very straight ahead.
Straight lines.
Yeah, he'd have to turn first.
Oh. Which means
he's got no way of turning. Unless he advances through these people.
Oh, no.
He could turn. Oh, wait.
No. We're gonna do this. We're gonna move.
Okay. You're on a road, so that's gonna be helpful.
Yep.
Although that's only helpful if you're in column. You got to column, yeah.
Gotta be in column for that. See what a 1 gets me. 3 mighty inches. Perfect.
Oh gosh, from here they look like stormtroopers. They do. Because they're unpainted. I don't know if they look like to you, but to me they're unpainted, and so they just look like stormtroopers. They look like white armored. Oh, they shouldn't be unpainted, but the texture hasn't loaded in for me or something.
Yeah, we will present.
Interesting. Okay, so they'll be ready to fire next time.
That's that.
Okay. Flag for you. There's your second flag. Want to do something with that? Can you do something with that?
Oh gosh. Yeah, No. No, do I get? I don't get that, do I? I am going to use it in a very well. No, gosh, it's not really worth it. No, pass. Please continue.
You got a third, not in a row, but you do now have 3 flags unspent.
Now I got to talk. Let me look at something. Nope. No. Now I'm on the cusp of getting that 4th flag.
Mm-hmm.
And if I get that 4th flag, I get to go again. Next.
Leader number 4. That's yours. That's your guy, I think, over here.
Yeah. All right, so that's gone. Now the question is it just that?
Well, that he burns a move, right?
Rolled a 9.
Okay, but
if the troops are in march order, they will halt when next activated.
Okay, there you go.
So they just, where I read that, I just kind of sit there.
Yeah. Well, right. It burns both of your activations. I guess.
I think so. I think that just means
it does seem to mean that.
That's like, that sounds like the spirit of the thing. So
yeah, I could see some vagary in that. Like, okay, well that's your first action, but your second. Oh, there's your end of the turn.
That's Tiffin.
But yep. But you still have 3 flags, so you could.
Yeah. So I'm gonna
use them for something, I guess.
Well, no, I've definitely got a something. I've got this. I'm going to activate Gregoire Depardieu.
Yep.
So
an unactivated dude.
Yeah, he's my only unactivated dude. So Gregoire is a status 3, which means he gets to activate 3 people. That's what I needed. He's going to do 2 things. He's going to wake up Fuzzy, that is Hervé Poirot over here.
Okay.
That's 1, and that he's going to use that solely to get rid of this point of shock.
All right.
So that's that.
Yep. Wait, who's doing what here?
Okay, sure.
Is this?
I'm commanding Depardieu.
Captain. Okay, Depardieu. Okay.
The captain.
All right. Yeah.
He gets 3 activation.
Yes.
He gets 3 orders.
That's first. Okay.
The first
I see what you're doing. Okay.
He orders Hervé get rid of that shock.
Yep. Okay.
The second thing he does is he tells this formation to do what the others have been doing. Movement first.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
1 first. No. Huh. All right. Well, I guess it's going to be... Yeah, I'll roll another one. So that'll be it. That's better.
5.
6 total. Slight pivot. Please don't all fall down. Yay. And for his 3rd activation,
Wait, what? He gets 3 activations?
Mm-hmm.
I thought he only got, like, 2 actions.
Does that count as activating the unit, because the unit did move twice. You're right about that. Okay. Oh, now he tells me.
I mean, you cashed in your flag so that you could activate him even though he didn't get to.
Let's go back here a little bit. Lance is correcting us. A nice trick. If troops fire controlled volleys or reload and play as SP, they get to present and fire. Right. Meant to say troops fire, then reload. Right. You can't activate leaders on Tiffin. Just groups.
Oh.
Well, there's that.
What? Back those people up then. Okay.
Yep. They only went up about 4, and they were facing that way.
Yeah. Yeah, you didn't turn their facing much. You only get to activate groups. What?
Yeah, well, that's what the man's telling me, and he's been.
I just don't.
Let me take a look here.
So a group can act without its leader?
Oh yeah. There's a bunch of stuff about that. You don't want that because it's highly inefficient.
Yeah.
Yep, he's right. Any group or formation not yet activated may take its activation. So it's groups. But it says here, any group not yet activated may take it. Let me look up Tiffin. That may be specific to Tiffin.
Well, I know...
Tiffin is at 22.
It does say at the end of the turn, each remaining command card may be used to activate a not yet activated group or formation. The side with the most command point goes first, blah, blah, blah. So you've got 3, so you could activate up to 3 groups that haven't already been activated. But
groups. I'm wondering, though, if this isn't something very specific.
That's group or formation, so you could do a formation of groups. May be used to activate a not yet activated group or formation. But not a leader? Doesn't make any sense. I mean, if the leader's attached to the group or the formation, how does he not yet get...
When a turn is ended by the Tiffin card, the player may use each of their command cards still in play to activate any groups or formations which have not yet been activated during the turn. The side with the most command cards selects one group or formation which now activates. Oh yeah, so what he's saying is you can't use leader bonuses.
Oh, okay.
When activated, the group or formation may undertake any 2 actions. It may not remove shock as it is the unit, not the leader, that is activated. So it's actually the thing I did wrong was getting rid of the shock.
Okay. Put the shock back. Right.
Putting it back.
Well, and the leaders don't move? But these things will move?
The leaders do march with the units.
Okay.
Yeah, the leaders do march with the units. They just can't do leader things.
Okay, like remove shock.
Right.
Yeah, so, it's the leader rally there.
Right, so... tilt turned him a little bit.
I kind of got the impression it was the first group that had shock, not the second. The reason why is...
I will absolutely... Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry about that.
Because I was joking about, oh yeah, you made it smaller so you could hide it behind the little herb and we'd forget it was there.
You are quite right. Don't fall. Yay. I'm gonna regret that. Anyway, very good. Thank you, Lance, saving us our indignities. All right, chips back in the bag unless you got something you want to do.
I can't. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think you got 3 because you need.
I don't have any flags.
Actually, you need 4 to. Man, you have been stuck on this stuff. I'm almost sympathetic. You know what I say? Almost.
I don't know. I've not done too bad.
No. I'm just saying you just had a bad run of luck, is all. Okay, there's a chip floating around somewhere. We're one short.
You did. You had dropped it here. From your camera perspective, you couldn't see it.
Okay, thanks. We are doing a big shuffle. And you'll pull a chip.
Okay, there's your commander. I mean, second guy.
The DOS. Who is the DOS?
I think that's him, Clouseau.
It is. All right, he's presented.
So he's ready. He's caught, lock, and ready to rock.
Mm-hmm. Pass. Next guy.
Well, okay.
Because I can't move when I'm presented, can I?
No, but you can shoot. Oh, no, but
no,
right. Why did you present? Oh, are you waiting for me to run in front of you and then shoot?
Well, that's it. I mean, it's a gamble, right? I mean,
Right. Okay. Well, no, I understand. Since I mean, you can tell I'm heading for the church door, so
yeah, I know
you're
what you're
waiting for me to.
doing, and
Yeah.
I got a funny hunch I'm not allowed to. I pretty much
Yeah.
got to
There you
stand
go.
here and wait for you.
Yeah. Well, you don't want me to get to the cover, basically, which is okay. Now, that is my captain, by the way. I can do 2 actions.
Yep.
I suppose I could remove shock from 2 people, and that would be the end.
Correct. And every one of these is going to cost you an inch of movement.
Every one of them per group, or every one of them
If you
collectively.
move as a formation, it's all 3.
Verorg. I'm basically 12 inches out from there, but of course, only that first group could get in, I guess.
And you got to remember that rule that we were looking at about how you get into buildings.
There's a difficulty thing.
Yep.
Getting through a door.
Yep.
I don't understand that, so I don't
Let's
know
reread
what
it
the risks are.
so that we do.
I'd never heard it to begin with.
Yeah, you did. I read it.
You said it goes through the door as if it's a difficulty, but what does that mean?
Oh, I'm sorry. I get it.
Well, one difficulty getting through the door is that I'm likely to get shot if I don't get it.
Groups entering or leaving a building must do so via doorway, treating it as a minor obstacle.
Okay.
Look over at the chart. A minor obstacle.
Might be better off getting behind these hedges.
Let's see here. Crossing minor obstacle. You must use both movement actions, discarding the lower die. You may then cross at the run. So you have to break into groups. Cavalry and militia in formation will take one. Oh, information will take 1 point of shock per group. Wheeled vehicles may not cross. So you use both actions, discarding the lower die, and you may cross at the run.
I'm not sure what that comes out to practically.
Well, basically it means you got to be close is the point. Because you're going to roll 2d6 and you lose the lower of the 2. You can't move farther than 6 inches.
Okay, so that's not going to work anyway. So now I've got to gamble here. Out of curiosity, let me ask about the hedges over here.
Minor obstacle.
True. Getting over them, and I can't get over them this turn, but if I get over them, what kind of cover do they provide me?
I would say light cover.
Okay. If I get inside the church, though, I'm in
That's heavy.
Heavy cover? Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything heavier than heavy cover?
Nope. Nothing heavier than heavy.
Okay.
Other than blocked line of sight.
Right. Which actually, getting behind the church would give me block line of sight, but then I couldn't fire back either.
Right.
It'll give me some time to recover. And
Me smashing out windows on churches now.
you wouldn't shoot through the church to get to me.
Oh, Lance is saying I'm gonna do that. It doesn't affect too much, but I am gonna do it. I'm allowed to move and present again.
At what point?
I'm just.
Whoa. Okay.
I see
okay.
what he's saying.
Because you had two moves.
Right,
you had
get
two
the
actions.
Yeah.
Right.
I just want to say.
Move and present.
I'm gonna do it. I don't know as I need. I'd say I did. Yeah, I don't want a fraction of that. I just wanted a little bitty hair to get away from my bloody skirmishers, to be honest. Stop that. You know better. And stop that.
That's okay. You can pick him up and put him back when his time comes.
That's all I wanted. Whoa.
That is the list. That's the best thing.
That is so great. I kind of like that, actually.
Oh, man. Velker would be rolling on the floor if he'd seen that.
Yeah, Velker would like. Velker's sitting over here playing robots.
Oh, okay.
All right. Proceed.
My OCD was kicking in. I was watching all that go back. Hmm. If I do that, I'm going to get flanked to some extent. Long distance, but... Okay, in effect, I have essentially lost my ability to get through the door. Technically. I mean, not technically, but for practical purposes.
Yeah, as a practical matter, you're a good long hike from that door, and I'm going to get a good shot.
Well, yeah, you're going to be blasted. You're going to be cutting me to pieces. So, I've either got to turn around right now and start trying to shoot back at you with two of my guys under shock, or I've got to try to move off the... I need to be trying to move away from you and putting stuff in between. How many flags? Oh. Do these guys get, besides sharp practice, aggressive, and thin red line, they're being foots, so they have drill and...
Yep, drill, step out, that whole deal.
Step out adds 1d6.
Drill adds 1d6 to changing a formation, but that's not relevant because you can just snap those guys left and right.
Right.
And then step out, that gives you 1d6 to your movement, moving forward.
Do I use that any time? Is it like an
No,
inherent
you've got to use
thing?
cards.
Okay. Which I don't have any. Okay. I turn and run at best, and it's unlikely. It's probably more likely I'll get about this far, plus or minus an inch, if I'm reasonably lucky. And that's not really going to help me. I could turn and get back here. In order to get out of their line of sight, there's no way. I can't actually get out of their shooting range and still stay on the board. Even if I could, it would take me too far to get there. So I have no feasible way of moving out of contact. I might as well turn and fight. Under the shot conditions, how does that affect my turning and fighting?
It costs you movement, but it doesn't matter again here. It's going to cost you the 3 inches when you move, but it doesn't affect you being able to snap into formation.
Okay, all I'm doing is snapping into formation and preparing to fight.
Okay,
is the shot going to affect that?
You're not going to turn?
Well, I mean, okay. Yes, I guess I'll turn.
And that's just a move. So you can just pivot too.
Right, it's pivoting. I'm not actually moving positions.
Yeah.
I mean, I would get closer if I thought that would be of any help, but I basically would be moving like possibly an inch. So, what's that going to do me? Nothing. I guess I would be within 12, but I'm already within 12 of any of these people. Yeah. I must be because, no. Okay. Let me think. Okay, once I snap into position, then I've got to present in order to be prepared to fire.
Ooh. And just, I guess this makes sense, but Lance is pointing out, flank hits double shock, so be careful. I don't think there's any risk I'm going to be on.
I have to ask then whether or not I've already been flanked by a shot.
I don't think so. I got to be behind you, like here.
Okay, well, I'm definitely not. Yeah,
I don't think there's any risk of that.
That's why I'm saying
I'm not going
to.
He's saying in the aggregate.
If I was trying to run here, I'd be flanked.
I'm sure that's my
point. Yeah. Then that's my calculation. I can't get to cover feasibly, so I've got to turn and fight here.
You know, your dirty beggars in the corn are actually really hard to see in real life.
The la 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 la. Okay, so I've got to use an action to present and then an action to fire, and I've only got 2 actions, so I'm not firing this turn. Well, I could, but there's nobody in front of me, and I could only fire with these crew.
Right.
That being the case, I probably should do 1 move roll and see if I can improve my position to get within. Shite. No, maybe not. I need to make sure I'm at long distance for most of these things, even though I'm kind of giving myself some problems with these. But if I manage to move just within the difference between long and close range, like here basically, which I probably could do even with 3 shocks, then now I've got extra people shooting at me at close range. And maybe him soon. So is it better for me to be out of range and shooting at these people at long range and they're sort of at long range, or is it better for me to be in close range and have extra people shooting close range at me? For defensive purposes, it's probably better for me to be back here. So that being the case, for my first action, I'm going to move, but all I'm doing is pivoting. No. Stop moving. Facing the front and then snapping to line.
Cool.
I'm just pulling these off to the side for a second, so
yeah,
I can
we know that
move
each one gets one behind them.
Yeah, I'll get one behind. One moment. I've got to adjust my camera to make this square work. Really? Try that again. Okay. Now, is he attached to who exactly?
You can attach him to any group you want. I've just been doing it over to the left just because that's what they would have done.
It's handy. Right.
And everybody gets a shock.
One moment, please.
Sure.
Off keyboard for a minute. I'm done, so you can go to the next one.
All right. Grabbing a chip. Red flag. Next. Ooh, that's no good. Cards would seem to have turned on our hero. Who is that? It's Desmond. We have 7 people watching Captain Funn's Whimsy. Me miserably fail to learn how to play Sharp Practice.
I'm back.
Hey there.
Okay.
All right, so it's 3. Desmond.
Did you draw?
I drew a flag for you, which I've set over here. And now Desmond goes.
Okay.
Here in the weeds.
I be in the weeds.
You indeed be.
Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. How does their skirmish affect the ability of the foot guards behind to shoot through them? Exactly.
I get the impression that they can just shoot.
They should be loose, yeah, because they're loose.
As long as they're in true skirmish formation. I don't know if your guys were.
You told me to put them in line. They're
Yeah.
currently in line,
Yeah,
I
I mean,
guess.
if you like, I put my guys because remember that's a separate formation.
Yeah.
Being in skirmish the way my guys were, that's actually a separate formation. You have to choose which one they're in.
Well, my whole reason was always to have the foot guards or whoever shoot through these people.
Okay, well then you just
I
throw
really
them
don't
as
know why.
that's
I was gonna
fine.
say I don't even know why I put them in line.
Then that's fine. I mean,
So
just yeah, you'd probably just want them in skirmish formation if that's your goal.
okay.
That's fine. I don't, certainly wouldn't have affected any of my brilliant strategies. How's that?
Yeah, not up to this point, but it might be fixing to affect mine. So I want to make
Yeah,
sure
that's
they're in the
fair.
right thing. Yeah. Okay. Because I can't think of any benefit to them being in line. So, all right. First action is to move them. I'll go ahead and roll a dice in case I need to actually physically do something.
Yes.
That's -1. 5 minus 1 is 4, so I've got 4 inches. That's fine. That's plenty. Okay. And second, I suppose, is to present so that they can get ready to fire. I don't have any flags I can turn in. I have 1 flag, but
Nope.
that's
You
not
can't
enough
shoot
for
through
me to...
skirmishers. You'll kill them.
Oh, okay. All right.
So you of course may undo.
I've still got to have them. I mean, they're still part of the formation, so the next thing I'm going to do then, I guess, is try to get the skirmishers out of the way. I don't really understand the best thing to do there.
Well, it's you see, it's kind of what I wound up having to do.
Yeah, I guess command them to go forward and open.
But like I say, you're going to be blocking your guys while they're out there.
Yeah, I've got to get them out of the way.
The only benefit is once they're no longer in that formation. Once they're no longer
Yeah.
in that formation, the group, the foot guards, that'll be a separate orderable group, gets that 180-degree arc, so they get to shoot a little bit more at an angle.
Okay.
But you've still got to avoid shooting your own guys.
Okay, so I can't just move them in open form up to like here and then.
Shoot through them, no.
Yeah. Okay. If I move them to the left, then they're going to be out of behind the trees,
Right?
which will not be of any great
Well,
help.
but I mean,
but on the other hand, it will be outside. How far can I move them? Potentially that far, but we'll see. If I move them to the right, it would really be the most helpful thing, but they're in line formation. I don't think I can move them between these two, can I?
Mm-mm.
No, I didn't think so. I mean, if I rotate them, then they'll just be line formation this way, and they'll be in the way.
Yep.
Shrug. I could get them ideally, potentially off the run here. No, not 6 inches. I can only move them 5 because at the max because I'm in rough.
Right.
I really want them here, or better, kind of further out.
Yeah, just bear in mind, you're going to wind up.
I don't have
blocking.
any way. Yeah, and these people haven't moved yet.
Right. They haven't moved or shot.
Yeah. Ratson, fratson, frickin', ratson, fratson, frickin'.
I don't know who the 7 people are, but I'm glad you're here.
Not really sure what to do here, and I'm not actually in a... There may be options that I don't know about from not being familiar with the rules either.
In terms of?
Yeah. All right. I feel like I kind of have to do it anyway. Okay. All right, they are going to move. I'll roll for my movement. -1 result.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's another 5. All right, so 4.
It's not bad.
Move 4 inches. Facing. Not including Desmond. I don't want to get outside his, let's see, 3. He's got a leader rating of 2. How many inches? I don't want to get outside his 6 inches. They won't. On this first move, anyway. It's 2. Little drift is not bad. 4, 3.7894. Move back up 1. There you go.
That's not bad.
Okay. And they're still within. He's within 3.5 from them. So.
Well, right now, Desmond is hanging by himself. I don't imagine you want him there.
No, I mean he's attached with these people.
Because you got to base it on that. That's my point.
Oh, okay. 4.1.
Yeah, you're fine.
Oh.
All right.
Eventually, they're gonna.
So they have moved. They have another action.
Have they really? Okay.
They have 2
So,
each.
well, okay. Because I mean, a minute ago these moved. They don't have another action. They moved to turn facing here, and then they had their second action to move off here. So the foot have another.
The facing is free at the start of a move.
Okay, but I did move them. Yeah. I faced them and then moved them up here. I rolled rolled.
I didn't realize that. Okay, there was a second.
Yeah.
Got it. All right.
Yeah, there's a second move.
All right.
They're done, but I do have another action for these guys.
For the foot
okay,
guys.
And I guess they present in order to be ready to fire.
They can, because they don't have sharp practice, so they would present.
They do have sharp practice, but I can't roll it.
Right,
I can't use it.
You can't trigger.
Right.
That's what I meant.
Make sure they are within 24 here. Okay. Present them.
It's a little baggy over there.
Oh, there's a baggie. Okay. Mm-hmm. Deployment point. Present partially loaded tokens. Shock marker. Broken. Wounded. Present. What's the other one? Uncontrolled. All right.
There they are. All right.
What?
Suddenly there's going to be controlled volleys coming out of that bad boy. Not going to like it. All right. Who's up?
Your third.
My third. Is that you?
That's him.
No.
No, he's number 4.
Who is? Is that you?
Yes, it's poor. Do you want to move by himself?
No, he ain't going to do nothing except remove that shock.
Oh, yeah, shock move. The shock. Right.
That's what he gets.
Finally, now the shock can get removed.
Shock's off. You're up. Next.
Off. You've got a blue flag. You've got one blue flag.
How many I got? One of each? Okay.
And the end of the turn. So,
any groups? We got a flag each, so we could each nominate one group.
We have to decide between who goes first, though.
You go first. You've got the better force morale.
Hmm?
You've got the better force morale.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
It is you, sir.
I do have these people here. They haven't done anything. So, but there are 2. Well, it says any group or formation.
Yeah.
That would be the formation.
Correct.
Okay. Is it the full action?
Yeah. It's 2 actions.
Okay. Well, I can't make them do sharp. I can have them present and fire, I guess.
Okay, and then they will, just so you know, they will unload.
Yeah, they'll have a fog. They'll have a
They'll get the fog.
fog in front of them. Yeah.
Very good. Who are they shooting at?
Same vulnerable people.
Same vulnerable people. That's vulnerable. You still at long range?
I think I am still at long range, and I'm definitely shooting through cover.
Yeah. So you get the...
It's 16. Yeah, I'm at 16 at 45.
16. All right. So we're going to look at our 2 hits once again, just to keep them in mind. Firing dice variables.
It's not my first shot, so...
You do not get to count your leader because he is not activated.
Correct.
This is just them. You are not enhancing. Do you have 2 points of shock? You do not.
I have
none.
Nope.
So, that's pretty much... Let's see here. This is not...
I am going up against... It's not my first.
Okay.
But it is. I am still attacking the guys who are clumped together, but I am shooting through soft cover.
That cover matters again on what happens to me. So
Correct.
it's long
Right,
range. This is a controlled volley because you're going to present and fire.
Mm-hmm.
You are firing at a close count, so that's 6, 5, 4. That's it. 4 5s and 6s. All them dice roll.
How many? 16 or 17 or?
What's that?
How many dice am I rolling?
You're rolling 1 for each gentleman.
Okay, but I'm not getting any extra dice.
No, you're not getting it. Let me just make sure, but I'm pretty sure you don't.
I'm getting a net 0 extra die. No.
No, because you're.
I mean,
you would have
I get
gotten. You would have gotten 1 for your leader had you been able to account him.
Right, but I can't.
Right.
Your guys are in close.
But that's a bonus to your 2 hit roll, not to the number of dice you're rolling.
Oh, I see. Okay, so I'm rolling 16.
Hang on, wait a minute. We're getting told a whole bunch of stuff by good people.
Oh, yay, good.
Oh, holy cow. Okay, skirmishers are safer within 4 inches of other troops. Yeah, hits will be shared, right. Lights have 3 actions?
They get a free move. That's right. They have 1 free move.
They get the 1 3, not 3 actions, 2 actions and a free move, right. Yeah, they already know that one. Good. Oh, they forgot it. I want to see how well this works for doing this. Hello, Hasdrubal, by the way. Nice to see you.
Hello.
Okay, so... Alright. So who does that affect?
Well, that would affect them, but that means, let's see. Okay, they had 1 free move. They used 1 action to move here as part of the formation.
Right.
They got a free move out to here, and they have 1 more action.
They get 1 more move.
Their second action. No, they have
two
a second action.
They get 2 actions and a move.
Does it have to be in that sequence?
No, but
Okay.
you've already said move. Oh, I see. So you can
my
do
first
something.
my first action was moving as part of the formation.
Right.
The second, then they had a free move out to here.
Right.
Now they have a third action.
They do indeed.
Which I suppose would be facing. It would be a move.
You could shoot.
Oh, I can. I don't have to present.
Well, you can't control fire with lights.
Okay.
So that doesn't. Just like these guys can't.
All right. What's their range? What's their angle?
180.
Because right now, okay. So anything on this side of them then are all good. Mm-hmm. They'll get sniper bonuses. I guess I'd go after them. That's 14.7. They're not out of range. They're possibly, take a look at the line there. They might consider that as being in shooting through cover. What do you think?
If you go here, yeah, that's cover.
You gonna call that cover?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, it's cover over there, not over here.
Okay. The next thing then would be to shoot these people, I guess. That's 17 inches to that point, or 16.8.
Okay.
So they're within range.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Shoot them.
So then lights are going to shoot over here.
Yeah, they'll get a foggy thing in front of them.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 gentlemen. This is their first shot.
Yep.
Their commander is not attached.
Not anymore. No.
Flipping thing. This is their first fire, however.
Yeah.
They are not good shots. They are not poor shots. They have no leaders, so it's going to be their base. They are 6, correct?
Yep.
So, what range is this for them?
Long range.
Long range. So you.
But long range does mean that they get some kind of bonus being snipers.
Yeah, but that again is to their plus to hit. So you're going to still just roll 6 dice. We start at 6, go to 5, go to 4, and they are light infantry. So go to 3. So you need 6 dice. You need 3s or better.
Okay. Oh wait, who's rolling?
You are.
Okay.
How many?
I heard something over to my right. I've got a 6, a 4, 3, 3. 1,
So
2,
you
3.
need
I guess 4 hits.
3 or better. So how many?
3 or better. 1, 2, 3, 4.
4 hits. All right.
4 hits.
4 hits tells me. I swear, if I come over here one more time, I'm gonna slap myself. 4 hits. We said that was in the open. 3 to 5 shocks, 6 kills.
All right, and any kill might be a commander.
No kills. Oh,
One
one kill.
kill.
Sorry. 1 kill and 2 shock. Nasty. Nasty. Let me first get my shotgun there. Oh, but I did it the wrong way again. Doggone it. Remember, it's 2 groups.
Oh,
So I've got to go 2 and 2.
Okay.
That's all right. That's all right. I got a kill, and that's
You can
all right.
reroll.
Okay, if it's up to you. I mean, it's.
I think it's fair.
I screwed
Yeah,
up.
reroll is fair.
All right. So the first group closest to you. That's a kill and a shock. Second
Okay.
group further away. A shock.
Shock and a
Just
miss.
Same result.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay, so the nearer one suffered the kill. However, as you correctly observed, a 1 or a 2 causes this to be a leader casualty. Oh no, just a 1, because you just had the...
I'm sniping with the...
Right, which means... Yeah, you have to roll the number or lower, whereas otherwise it has to be just lower. So if I roll a 1...
Okay.
I do not. But you did kill a guy. 8th Regiment of the Line takes a hit. Right there. All right, and they've got their puff of smoke. Very good. That's them. Oh, no,
right.
That was your freebie. That was the one we missed. So you still have your guy you want to order.
Yeah.
See you
Right.
freaking yelled
Yeah.
at.
It's... Yeah. Well, it's still him, and they're still presenting and firing, so that's still a 16.
And Hasdrubal, this works really, really well for the men who would be kings. If you look on my channel, you'll see a bunch of videos for this. I love, love, love the men who would be kings. I'm working on a giant Isla Ndwana game. It's pretty cool.
What dice am I looking for? 6, obviously.
All right, so
what else?
You did.
I'm rolling for 2 hits.
Rolling 4 to hits.
Okay,
And
4's up.
I just want
Lots of them.
I just want to roll down it here. We already determined that. You start out you're at long range, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not first fire.
Not first fire.
Was this a controlled volley?
It was, because I presented and fired.
5, 4, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hits.
No.
Yeah.
That's reprehensible. So we'll say 6 in the front, 5 in the back. Okay.
Okay. 6 and 5.
And I'm assuming you were shooting at the column. Yeah, you had to be.
Yeah. That was the whole point.
6 in the front, 5 in the back. Let's talk about that's long range, and it counts as light cover because of what you're firing through.
I'm shooting through the
weeds. I think all I've got then. So on the 6, in light cover, 4 or 5 shocks, 6 kills. 6 hits. One kill, 2 shock.
Officer safe. Oh, yeah.
Looks like you didn't make it, son. And on the back, I got to roll 5.
Mm-hmm. Two sixes, possible officer death.
2 kill. No, he's not attached. Oh, yeah, he is. Oh,
yeah, he's attached to the back one.
Oh, no, that's unacceptable. Holy cow, yeah, he is. That's for sure. 2 kills, so I need 2. This is less than, so I got to roll a 1. Oh!
Close.
Don't fool around like that. But 2 dead.
All right. I think that's it. Oh, you need to copy me some
Yep.
smoke. Or I can drag one from over here, I guess.
Some smoke from the weeds.
Guess delete it. Smoke in the weeds.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, now we throw our stuff back in the. Oh no, you get a flag.
I got
a flag.
I got a flag. That is gonna be the only one it can be, actually. These lads.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna reload and fire. Straight ahead.
And one of your guys needs to get back in. Oh, that's the officer.
That's the officer, yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, he could get back in ranks, though, I think. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'll get back in ranks. They have to be, for what it's worth, they have to be within 2 inches of each other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 shots straight ahead. I'm assuming this is. That's actually short range, which isn't the best for me, as we've discovered. What am I going to do?
Short range, 12 inches.
Yeah.
It's not the best for me either.
6 dice. They don't have a commander attached. I think that's it, right? Yeah. This is close range, so they hit on a 4 to 6.
That's why I didn't actually mean to get that close.
It is 4 to 6, 3 to 6, 2 to 6. It is a.
Oh God.
Anything but a 1.
They get 1 miss, 5 hits.
5
okay.
hits, and this is close range. You are in the open. That's the more important point. And so 6 kills, 3 to 5 shocks.
One kill. 1 kill and 1, 2, 3, 3 shocks.
1 kill, 3 shocks. And I did it wrong.
Oh, we did it wrong.
Did it wrong.
I did it wrong again.
That's all right. No, it's my fault. So we got, how many groups I got here? 3? Right?
3 groups.
Yeah.
3 groups.
So it's how many hits? So how were the hits?
There were 5 hits.
So it's 2, 2, 1. You distribute them. I figure just go from the leader this way. 2, 2, 1. You tell me.
Fine. 2, 1. Do you want to roll? Do you want to use those, or do you want to re-roll?
Why don't you re-roll them? Unless you're, I'm fine if you want to split.
There's
them up
one death and there's one death, and then everybody gets a shock. Basically,
that'll work. That dog will hunt.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, I'll take one off.
And you do have to, but you do have to check for the leader because those are light troops.
Yeah, I'll check for the. You mean I've got to roll the thing, but what am I looking for?
1d6. You just don't want a 1.
3.
All right. So then everybody gets 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Whole bunch of shock starting to pop up. Don't like it. All right, so these fellas, by the way, they reloaded and fired, which means they got to get another powder puff.
Mm-hmm. Shuffled.
Just curious to see if
All right, what time is it before we continue?
Yeah, that's a good question. It's wherever Lance is, it's 3 a.m. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it.
Crikey. Thanks, though.
Yeah, it's 10:13. You want to go to 10:30 maybe?
Sure. That'll
right.
probably be another turn here.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, well, let's go to the next Tiffin card. How's that?
Okay, that's fair. As we draw the next tipping card. I've already shuffled.
All right.
3. There's my third. Third commander is... Desmond. All right, he's within man range of him.
Yep. And this is where these activations come in. Because he's got, what, 3?
Well, no, he's
He's a
leader
2,
status 2.
Which means he gets 2. He gets 2 initiative. So what that means is he can do 2 leader things. In this case, he's got these guys he can order, give them 2 activations, and these guys he can order and give them 2 activations.
Right. He can control 2 groups.
Right, except he doesn't count towards these guys. He's attached to these.
Right, okay. These guys are going to reload and fire again, I guess. They're in... Although... Yeah, that's the best thing to do.
Reload and shoot?
Yep.
I hate you. So they will wind up. They will wind up with the smoke back in front of them.
Yep, smoke monster's there anyway. Okay.
Smoke monster. I think we determined that's all of 6. You got 7 lads there.
6. They're 6.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 lads.
We're going after the same
6
target.
lads, no extra dice. Yeah, 6 lads, no extra dice. You firing at my column again, right?
No, because you told me that was going to be slightly behind cover.
Oh, that's right. So you're shooting at my lines.
I'm shooting at the line.
Yeah, so long range, not a controlled volley, but you are lights and you are skirmishers. So 6, 5, 4. 4, 5, 6 dice looking for 4, 5, 6.
Dice looking for 4, 5, 6.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
2.
So great, I got 2 hits.
2 hits for these jokers over here. Yep. Now, 1 each.
So one
there,
each.
1 there. Hey, we remembered. Yay us. All right. And now we look for effects. I'm in the open. 3 to 5 shock, 6 kills. 1 each. Nothing. Not to the right. Shock. I realize I have to duplicate a single shock token to make sure I have a supply of them. The one on the right.
Where's your infinite bag of shock?
I like the smaller ones. There we go.
Oh.
And by the way, because they're stackable, it tells you how many you've got. I like that
right.
too.
As long as you've got your F11 on the keyboard.
No, you don't need to use that anymore. Use Control.
Oh, really?
Do Control F6.
Well, Control F6 didn't do anything.
It should. It should give you all your highlights and get rid of all the UI ephemera.
So is it the same thing as just pressing F11?
Except you get to keep all your highlights. Like numbers. If you watch
Oh, okay.
If you watch my stream, you get
Oh, got it. Yeah, I did. Okay.
It's pretty cool.
Nifty. That's good.
Yeah, I like it. I'm just occurring to me, I think it's actually supposed to be like this.
Oh, that's probably true.
Nah, I like it.
No. It's the other way around. I feel like it's the other way around.
I do too.
Because you're on the line basically, and it's poofing away from you.
Yeah.
The clouds move away from you.
All right, so you shoosted me and did me some shock and didn't kill anybody. That's good to know.
Right.
And
Okay.
And did you get, as a consequence of that, who was that? That was these lads here?
That was these lads here, but I can command one more.
All right, so they reloaded and fired, so they've still got their poof cloud, and now you get these two. Yep.
I've already presented, so they're cocked and ready to shoot. I don't have enough things to make a sharp practice out of it.
All right, so they're going to
aggressive, and the other thing would be for moving, which I don't want to do.
Right.
Okay.
So you're shooting through the cover over here?
I'm shooting through the cover to them again on the column until they get out of column.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of doing that as soon as I can. Oh, good lord. Okay. They're going to get shot to pieces. What am I saying?
Now, in this case, these people are guards. I don't know what kind of difference that makes. There are 8 of them.
It's more their step out stuff that advantages them. But they still have the leader connected to them, right?
They do, and also this will be their first shot with the game.
Yeah. What is the quality of their leader? Status?
2, 3, 2, 2. Leader status 2.
So there's 8 of them, plus 2 for their leader, so that's 10 dice.
Okay.
They have no shock. That's good for them. So 10 dice, and now they're at long range, correct?
Mm-hmm. Still at long range, so shooting through light cover.
6, 5. You're doing a controlled volley, I assume.
It is definitely controlled volley. They didn't present, and so now they're going to shoot.
So they'll have to get the smoke. So it'll be 6, 5, 4. You're firing at a column, correct?
I'm firing at a column, yes.
3. 10 dice, looking for 3s and up. Ow.
All right, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Split the 7 among your groups.
4 and 3.
Okay.
Bye, Jingo. All right. So, in terms of their modifiers, they are in light cover. So 4, 5 shocks, 6 kills. First group. Oh.
Got a kill and a shock.
Kill and a shock. Okay. Can't be the leader, so where are those shocks I made right there? And 3 in the back. 4, 5 shocks, 6 kills. And another kill.
I've been rolling lucky.
Yeah, you have. Jeepers creepers. Man, that unit is taking a beating. But no shock.
No shock that time.
And you get a smoky treat, correct?
I do temporarily, but I get a second action. So I guess the second action.
They were presented, so they shoot.
They were already presented. They shoot. Second action would be to reload, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So they don't get one. We'll just get rid of the present.
Right.
All right. Very good. Next.
Pull the flag. Next out is yours. Is number 1, Captain.
Oh, Mercy 6 alive. Jeez Louise, people. Okay. First thing he's going to do, I believe he gets, correct me if I'm wrong, at a leader status 3, he gets...
He can move, 3. He can 3 groups.
He gets 3 orders, let's say.
Yeah.
The first order is going to be to wake up this... Oh.
You better get them out. You better get that group out of...
Yeah, no, he's going to do that. I'm just debating how I'm going to do that. Let's do this. Let's just do it. 1.
Okay. In there. Okay. Now, are you sure you want to do that? Are you within range? You probably are. You're a group level guy.
9 inches? Yeah, that's a good question. I can be.
Yeah, you are. You're within 7 of him from there.
That's really all I care about at this point.
Yeah. You can pass down to the other guys.
Yeah. Okay, that was 1. God almighty. 2 and
Pick
3
one.
is present and fire.
Wait, what?
He's got well, never mind. His second action, he ordered them to. Oh, that's right. He ordered them to do one thing. Dang it.
Then he did it. He did that. Now,
Yeah.
I guess you could say. Now
They did. He ordered the group because he's attached to the formation and is its commander. So that's
right.
So these guys get 2
he could have-
actions.
Yeah.
They
well,
did
right.
one thing, and I'm going to have them present.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess you could say that. I mean, let me ask you this. Maybe this will help. Could you just give could you give 2 actions to these people as a group and then to these people as a group?
I could, but then they're not a formation anymore.
That's true.
And I wanted to fire us. I don't know. We'll just
You
have
want them to fire as a
present.
formation. Okay.
So that's them done. I'm now going to give my second activation to him to shag. How many can he take off? I think he can just take off 1.
Um.
And it's the group he's attached to, which is this one.
Wait.
I can activate him for the sole purpose of removing shock.
Oh. Okay.
So he removes a shock. And the third thing I'm going to do is have these guys reload and fire.
Do their reload and fire. Okay. Makes sense. You're piling up shock on these people and picking off them.
All right, that's 6. And I doubt there's any modifiers to that.
There hasn't been.
Because I've got no leaders attached. It's
yeah, not directly.
close range for
Yep, you're close range again.
4, 3, 2.
Which was totally my fault. I meant to pull them back. I meant to turn them in, not be in close range, but
6 guys, anything but ones. 6
all hits.
6
Yippee.
hits, and you are in the open. Which means 3 to 5 shocks, 6 kills. Oh, wait, stop. We did it again.
Okay.
6 hits,
Uh-oh.
2.
I've got a kill and a shock on the first group.
Okay. So that's going to require a leader check. Or wait, which way
Well,
are you
it won't.
going? Left to right or right to left?
First group, left to right, but that
Okay.
wouldn't. Oh, that is a require leader. Yes, that requires a leader check. Okay.
So if you get a 1, it's a dead leader.
Close,
Oh.
but not.
All right, so but you
Okay.
do have to kill somebody, and I'm giving you a shock present.
Okay.
So you got 3 back there now. Now these 2 guys,
Okay.
or these guys in the middle.
One shock, I think.
1 shock. Yep.
4. There's a 4.
And the last group.
Another shock.
Yep.
4 and a 1.
All right. And they keep their thing. And that is everything that number 1 can do. So, next turn.
Flag for you.
All right, that gives me 2, right? Oh, just
Nope,
1.
gives you 1.
All right.
Flag for me.
Oh, boy.
Not useful for me at the moment, I don't think. Or, hey, it's your guys that have been in the back looking for the map. Do pain.
All right. let's just let's do the obvious thing, lads. Guns forward.
All marching all the time.
I was so scared you were going to pull that flag. Or not.
This would make a good rule set to apply to Civil War, too.
They have a very extensive set of rules for Civil War.
Yeah.
In fact, they've got a campaign system for Civil War.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. That's it for them. Next.
Here's a blue flag for you. 2 blue flags.
Yeah, well, I think I have... Do I have anybody I haven't activated?
Yes.
Those lads, yeah.
Mm-hmm. They're taking shots, and there you are. 3. I think... No. 3's already been moved, basically. He's over here. He's Roy. Had him move around as part of that group. And there's the end of the turn. Now, you've got more flags than I do, so you can...
I'm going to... Yeah, well, then obviously... I'm tired of waiting on this nonsense. I really wanted to do it, but... And I'm going to pay for it later, but... Movement.
Okay. You are already within... you are within... I mean, you're within 12 inches. Barely.
Yeah, well, I got to... The facing was wrong, as you know.
Oh, you had the facing wrong. Okay.
Yeah. So I lose my present. This is my first fire, though, believe it or don't.
Yeah, I believe it. You can. Right. Your second would be to present again, I guess.
Yeah. Well, no, I had to spend my first to move.
Right, and then your second will be to.
No, I'm shooting at you.
Oh, you're not going to. Oh, it's not a controlled fire. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to take the controlled fire. I got now my shock, which amounts to 3. It might cost me on a roll here too, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 lads. What's the range? Did you say?
You're within. You're like 11.8.
So it's close range.
Yeah. You're close range.
So 4 to 6 usually.
I double checked to make sure you were still there.
How many dice? The leader is attached. Shoot. What status is he?
Yeah,
he is
2, I think.
He's a 2. No, that's a number.
No, 1. He's a 1.
He's oh boy. Hercule Clouseau. Great. So anyway, 15, 16 dice with his +1. That's it. So each 2 points of shock cost me a die. So I lose his die.
Yeah, basically.
So 16 goes down to 15. First, so I'm trying to hit you on a 4, -1 because of the first fire. 3. This is not controlled fire. 3. Hope I haven't been impatient. 15 dice, looking for 3 through 6.
You roll. It's your attack. Okay, there you go.
1, 2.
That's a few.
All right. I don't have this stuff up because I got rid of that. Let's have a look real quick. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I see 10.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I confirm.
All right.
10 hits.
You are in the open. So
right. How do you want to divide the hit?
By the groups. So 10, 3
and 3.
And where do you want to put the other 1?
Yeah. I don't think these guys in the middle have had a casualty yet, so we'll put it'll be 3, 4, 3.
So it'll be 3, 4, 3. All right, and so it's gonna be. Let's see here. Hit effects in the open. 3 to 5 shock, 6 kills.
I've got 3 shocks.
Well, 3 shocks. That's right. Let me copy here. Now you get the big pile.
there a route eventually? I feel like there's going to be a route.
Yeah, we gotta look up what shock does. I believe this comes under force morale things. It's called bad things.
Okay.
But next one, 3. You got 4. No kills though.
Still no kills. 2 shocks. 5 and 5.
And 3. One shot.
1 shot.
You got, man, nobody died on that one.
Super lucky. Yep.
That was some good rolling.
I will, however, get to like shoot like 2 of my people here in a second.
And now I have to do this and do this. Now let's take a look at let me see if we're getting any advice from the peanut gallery. Can you get a roller that discards numbers? Not that I've seen. That actually would be tremendously valuable.
In what sense?
He's saying if you could get a die roller that says it ditches anything that's a 2 or better or 2 or less.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, the guy who made this doesn't do that yet. I have seen him do another roller, but it doesn't do that.
Yeah, there's some really cool rollers out there, but.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to cash in my flag. I have 1 flag, so I'm going to cash that in for my guy who hasn't done anything yet.
Who's been sitting around staring off into space.
Captain.
Let me just look and see here. Shock. Application is on page 50. All right. Just want to see what exactly.
It's worth. I have 15 shot in this whole formation.
Unit,
yeah.
When a group has more points of shock, than men, it makes an involuntary withdrawal.
I'm getting there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ah, crap. Lost count. I know I've got 12 across the line. I haven't taken any off the front.
Yeah, I don't think though.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I have 21 guys.
No, but it's not that way. It's groups, not formations. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys in this group.
6 and 6 shocks. That's close.
Yep, but 1 more, and then everybody else is fine.
Okay.
So yeah, you got to take a lot. You got to take a lot of shock to start thinking about leaving.
Okay.
But sounds like you got a present for me.
Oh, I do. Yep. Everybody's presenting and firing.
Okay. Oh, I see. They're going to present and fire, so they're going to catch the smoke.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So present.
Now I get to. Yep. I've got. Shite. I mean, what's the total here? 21, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 21. I don't think they've shot yet. I have their commander attached.
Those lads shoot. Oh, yeah. Well, that's again. Let's start with the numbers. So you say it's 15?
Yep. No.
Sorry.
What do you mean? It's like 21? I have 15 shock, if that's what you're asking.
Oh, no. So it's 21, you say?
21 guys, plus my captain.
Ouch. Well, who's your captain?
It won't be that bad.
What's your captain at?
Captain is, he's a 3. Leader stats 3.
So 24.
Okay.
And how much shock do you have?
I have 15.
So
divide that by
7.
2. Yep. So I subtract off 7.
Yep. So 24 minus 7, 17 dice. What range are you at?
At close range, I'm going after the regiment in line, 8th Regiment over here, the one that's actually in line.
Okay, those lads. All right.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'd if I shot at these people, they'd be beyond close range.
Got it. So that's 17 dice. 4 to 6, except that this is your first volley, so it's 3 to 6. It's a controlled volley, 2 to 6. So anything but a 1.
17, here we go. Uh, 15 hits. There are 2 ones.
You did that over here, so that's 8 and 7. We'll go 8
Okay.
and 7. right? That's where
All
we
right.
are.
Yeah, but now you may want to split that the other way, 7 and 8, because you don't
Oh yeah,
want your
8 and 7. Yeah,
yeah
8 and 7, starting at the right, and I'm obviously in the open. I think. I don't think there's any question in
and a
that.
road.
Yeah, I'll get a lot more open than that. So hit effects in the open. 8 dice, 6 kills, 3 to 5 shocks. Three kills,
3
3
kills.
shocks.
No, we did it wrong again.
No, it's 8 and 7.
Oh, what did you roll?
8 dice.
Okay.
Yeah,
8 and
no,
7.
it's just
All right.
it's. I hate to say it, it's just
3.
a lot of dice.
Yeah. All right. So 3 kills.
He is not
Off.
connected to that one. But how much? And 3 shock, correct? Can you
Yep.
check me? All right.
Yep. It was 3. I double checked.
All right. So I got a total of.
Go kill 3, 3, 3.
5.
There's a 3, a 4, 4. So
Now you gotta give me one more. Come on. Oh, it's sitting right there. Nope, that's for him. So I gotta copy this. A boatload of freaking shock is what I got.
well, you've got so much shock now. This group's likely to start running for it.
Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Ooh.
You're on the edge.
Is it 5 and? It's 5 and 5, isn't it?
5 and 5. Yeah.
Same as your situation. Now though, we got to roll 7.
Hmm.
3 to 5 shocks, 6 kills. One, two,
Did get a
three,
kill.
4, 5.
Oh God, it's like a total spread. It was like a straight,
Yeah.
isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Did I see 5 shock?
No, it's not quite. Yep.
5 shock, 1 kill can't be the leader,
Yep.
but 5 more shock. So also right up below the line.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. Wow. So when we pick this battle back up, maybe next week, if we can, or whenever, because I can save it. You're done, right?
Yep.
We have some guys that have engaged in some pretty intense shooting, and some guys that aren't even engaged, and a couple of guys that are thinking about getting the heck out of here.
Yeah, more than one. This whole set is, but so mine's getting kind of close too.
Well, they're going to start to withdraw, and as they start to withdraw, that's what starts to affect force morale.
Mm-hmm.
As you might imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Guys continuing to pull back from the line. So, well, cool. Let me check and see if there are any last chat messages. Jim should really try to get TTS to sponsor these webcasts. I think they would want us to see us in consistent double digits.
Yeah.
Is my thought on the subject. But this is for Armchair Dragoons. This has been a good early run. I actually think I'm starting to understand sharp practice, which is kind of fun. And to Jason's point, and I'm in no way averse to it, we could very easily, and there's an extensive setup for American Civil War in Tabletop Simulator. So
50.
we could maybe have a go at that. But thanks, Jason, a bunch for playing.
Okay. Thanks for hosting it.
And I'm going to, before I forget, I'm going to save, because that's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
And we call this Sharp Halfway. And we're all set. So let me go here. Wish everybody the very best of the evening, and say always
See y'all next week.
Yeah, and tune in for Saturday Night Fights. Take care.